Hello, and welcome to Dead State, a custom one-shot that is using the Free League's Walking Dead universe, though in this particular instance it is not being set in the Walking Dead universe. It is just a standalone story. I'm here today with BluishMaple, ThatUserKai, Whitest Cat, and Kalmar VT. And there, already we're off to a great start. Hello. And I, meanwhile, am Dark Karma, or Karma for short, and I will be this game's DM. So, I will be going in order of the list that I have on my end. So, Maple, would you like to introduce your character?
Oh boy. Yo, it's Sami here. Been in the scrap for maybe 10 months now. Was picked up in the early days by Claire. Survived the outbreak by barricading myself in a music room at my high school. Had to spend a night in that hellhole, but after sunrise, I made a break for it. Spent time scavenging around, staying high up and out of reach, and kept moving. Claire saw potential in me and put me on a team to gather supplies for the scrap, and I've been hauling ever since. Mostly kept to myself, so I'm not a pro in social interactions. Protecting the people of the scrap is what drives me. I may be young, but I've been in this hell just as long as everyone else. Don't treat me like a kid, we'll get along just fine.
Okay. That is our resident kid archetype for this session. Next up we have Micah.
Hello, the character's name is Micah Landon. Been lurking around the Haven for a couple months. Lived near Atlanta the whole life, and only recently decided I should try finding other survivors after this whole outbreak mess, since things weren't looking like they'd be getting better. People have told me as a kid I had good cooking skills, so able to take almost anything and turn it into something good. Especially with this outbreak, it's a good skill to have. It may not taste good, but if it's edible, that's what matters. On top of that, been pretty much alone during this whole outbreak, so hoping I didn't lose all my social skills yet.
Okay, and that is our outcast. Next up, we have our homemaker, Luna.
I started doesn't fuck me over here. Hi, I'm Luna. I've been around for a year now. Got picked up along with Bobby after some of the survivors found us while scavenging back in Atlanta. I lived there before all this shit went down, and when I did, I was one of the arguably lucky few who survived. Ever since I got here, I've had a major respect for Claire. She may be a hard ass, but she knows how to lead. It makes me want to work to protect this place too. What I care about most is efficiency and hard work. I don't have time for people who only care about their own survival who can't pull their weight.
Okay, and lastly, we have our resident criminal, Daniel.
Hey, I'm Daniel. I've been in the Haven for the past month now. I've been helping, the doctors I've been helping out the doctors patch up people who are injured, or whatever, in the Haven or outside. And, well, yeah, why I'm doing all of that? Well, there's been things I've been done in the past that I want to, compensate for. I would rather not talk about those. If you just don't mention them, and we'll be alright.
Alright.
I just say it made me laugh when you were like, this is our resident criminal.
Yes, I admit, having said that, I immediately realised that I made it sound as if Daniel has been doing crimes in the Haven. He's been a good boy.
We have the kid, the homemaker, the outcast, and the criminal. This just sounds like a Scooby Gang right here.
Yeah.
Kind of does.
I want to be Daphne.
So, beginning with a new day.
The mosquitoes carry it.
Not that it's known. That might be loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna close these things down here. I hope, or I can move them actually.
So, like with pretty much every day for the past however long it's been, almost a year for some of you, just a month or two for the others. You wake in your own cabin that has been made from the husk of a bus. Some of them are your standard yellow school buses, others are just sort of regular public transport buses. The haven that you are in is mainly known for a couple of names, the haven, the community, the commune, and more lovingly, the scrap. And it is given that name as, before the outbreak, it was a scrapyard primarily for buses and train cars, though there are also some regular vehicles here and there. The survivors over the past few months, up to a year essentially, have done their best to clear it out, but there's still the occasional junk here and there, especially further towards the west side. It wasn't much originally. Those of you who have been here the longest, namely Luna and Sami, can remember a time where there was very little food, close to no water, and the winter was particularly brutal. A lot of people who had a variety of illnesses or age unfortunately did not make it past that season. But things have improved. There has since been a water tower that has been made, along with several sort of rain and dew collectors, and a number of sort of like gasoline and other type of fuel storage, mostly around the back of the kitchen. And more impressively, the community have managed to find a portable generator, one of those sort of like biggish ones, the quite powerful ones that construction sites normally use. Easy enough to put on the back of a pickup truck, but still quite heavy duty and more than capable of powering at least the bunk storms, however you want to call these homes, that they currently have. But yes, it is the morning. The survivors of this settlement are pretty much going about their day. Those who work in the clinic, which is over here. There's the kitchen round the back, well, around the back towards the east, and there is also a school towards the north. I use the term school lightly. The long gone are the typical lessons. Besides the occasional sort of like mathematics and such, it is mostly survival and more general sorts of things. There are a variety of people here from different ages. There are some kids, some older senior citizens, including a few that are definitely, enjoying their last years. But there has been, after a rough first few months, at this point, a year on, there is definitely a sense of community. So, who would like to start us off? You are essentially awaking in your own home. The individual locations have been given your name.
Might start the morning off of run. Do a little jog around.
Okay.
Keep the cardio up.
So, for the sake of it, what would you say your home is like in terms of, what you've got there?
See, definitely some old band posters stapled up that probably don't exist anymore. CDs and a Walkman on the bed always. Batteries are probably hard to come by now.
You've definitely noticed that it's starting to get to that point.
Typical, a bunch of like scrap and junk I would have around the desk for like trying to build little items to help out in my runs.
Okay.
Just your typical 16-year-old boy room, but a lot more scrap copper.
Sounds about right. Okay, so
From London.
yeah, so
Where's London?
Sammy gets up and decides to start the day with a run. Anything in particular, like a sort of a inner perimeter of the place, perhaps something like that?
Definitely inside.
Oh yeah, definitely inside.
Yeah, let's start right here and just go typical. Do a couple of laps like that.
Okay, so it's sort of a walk around and then into the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he has to stay in shape.
Yep, that's definitely a good thing to prioritize these days. Right, Luna, how do you start off your day?
She would probably just, have her weapons on her and stuff and just be like kind of somewhat patrolling, but also just either heading for town hall or Claire's trailer to try and see what she needs to do today.
Okay. So yeah, you get your weapons in order, keep them on you, or at the very least keep them maintained, and you head over in that direction. So what is your trailer like?
It's kind of just like a thing of only what's needed, probably mostly littered with makeshift weapons, and just things to make them almost similar to Sami's in a way. But there wouldn't really be like any decoration. It's just like bed, blanket, pillows. Just what she needs rather than what she wants.
Fair enough. Okay then. Micah, what is your home like, and what do you plan to do to start the day?
With Micah being like 22, their trailer is very messy usually. They're not really too focused on keeping their place clean, they're more focused on survival. A lot of clothes like just scattered around, old tattered blankets, just stuff to like keep them warm when they're sleeping. And then how they usually start the day is they'll walk over and get something to like quick to snack on at the food court, head back to their trailer and like make sure their spear is sharpened and like it's not broken or anything.
Okay. And finally, Daniel, what is your trailer like, and how would Daniel start the day?
So it's pretty orderly. It's just like clean. Like just not many mess around, not much mess around. A few personal items that he managed to keep over time, but that's basically it. It's nothing special really.
Okay.
Yeah, usually he would go to the clinic just to check in if anything happened overnight, if he's needed right now, if he can help out somewhere. If he is, he'll of course help out, or if not, he just grab some food if he can, and then just see what happens.
All right then. So then, continuing with Daniel, You make your way over to the clinic, which is number 23. It's one of the older sort of establishments, having been placed pretty much right in the middle of the haven, so that regardless of where you are, it's always a relatively quick or at least direct route towards it. The clinic is fortunately empty in terms of patients. There is one older woman who's sort of mostly just having a checkup, with there not being much in the way of prescription medicine and stuff. The various sort of like doctors, nurses, especially Bobby, the sort of head medic doctor for this place, they're sort of having to keep an eye on the more vulnerable people with asthma, those who are much older, and any other sort of age or chronic illness related stuff. But so far they seem okay, except Bobby seems to be grumbling something under his breath. Knowing him, it's probably something to do with the lack of supplies in terms of like medical stuff.
Okay, so basically just the usual, kind of.
Pretty much, yes. But yeah, so after that you head to food court, did you say?
Yes.
Okay, and it would be around that time that Micah would also be pretty much at that point either already there or getting there. That's up to you. With morning does come breakfast. There is essentially a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's a timed thing, just because it's easier that way to prepare a bunch of stuff for a bunch of people at once and then do it at regular times. It keeps the use of resources to a minimum, essentially. Today it seems to be some sort of bread and a homemade type of bread, so everyone's got a loaf and some canned soup. It's kind of hard to say really what it could be. Probably some sort of chicken type soup.
Hope it's
It doesn't sound bad.
That's not bad. Is Micah the one cooking it?
In this case, this has been done earlier, so there's grab the name up, Tobias, who is the lead sort of chef, the head chef essentially. Is sort of the warm, older, kind of everyone's grandpa, and in that sense pretty much refuses to let anyone help out in the early hours of the morning. He prefers everyone gets their rest so that they can come during the day and help out then. So Micah, you would definitely be helping out with food from time to time, if not as a sort of a permanent job. But you've been essentially been told, along with the other people who work at this place, to don't worry about it. It's fine. You know, he'll deal with the morning. You just you rest and then do whichever time's best for you. That sort of thing.
I'd like to point out, I feel like Micah would probably complain sometimes about like the breakfast food looking weird, because like they know that they could help out with cooking, but they don't complain too often because they know that the chef is trying his best.
That's fair.
Every time you complain, I just feel fear and look at the old man.
I'd like to think that Micah like says it like under his breath, but like enough to where some people can hear, but not the chef.
Yeah.
Fair.
You probably get the occasional side eye from the people it sit of. So the food court it almost has that kind of summer camp vibe in the sense that it's sort of longer benches that have been brought in, mostly like fold up ones. They've been brought in, set up, and they're rows. So people sit together, well, whether they want to or not, essentially, unless they decide to take theirs away. Or take their food away, is what I mean. But, Sami, along your run, it's pretty much business as usual. There's a few people out. You've sort of had to dodge a bunch of younger kids as they sort of run around,
That's how I
almost
like
into
it.
you.
Gotta practice the agility too.
Essentially. It is worth noting that while there are other kids, most of them are preteen or even single digits.
Jesus.
The exception is one other teenager, about a year younger than you, called Ben. Though you haven't really seen much of him recently. He's been a lot more recluse since his mother's passing. But besides nearly getting swept off the ground by a bunch of running children who weren't paying attention, it's pretty much uneventful. There's a couple of people in the guard towers, which are those squares in either corner. It's
Oh, okay. I thought
Pretty-
that was the water towers.
no, the water tower is the circular one.
Gotcha.
So the guard towers are sort of a basic wood frame type structure. It has that kind of classic military vibe, which is understandable considering they were sort of planned by Claire, who is a ex-Marine veteran.
Now hold my tongue.
But yeah,
My family are Marines, and no one hates the Marines more than the Marines.
yes, I do know of that stereotype. I know a couple of people who are like that. But yeah, so when you reach around the sort of middle area, so by the food court, maybe not the first time, maybe like the second time you've done a lap, you notice that some people are sort of moving around. There's people going to the town hall. You recognize this. It's pretty much the start of the day. Anyone who's looking to volunteer for a scouting run are sort of basically going to see if there's anything there.
Oh man, do I cut my run short to go there?
It's not uncommon for the opportunities to vanish quite quickly in the morning.
I'll start making my way to the town hall.
Okay. And that brings us to Luna. Heading to the town hall first, you see people are starting to make their way there. Generally speaking, it's a lot of the usual suspects. You've got people like, let's see, Betty Hall is sort of trying to see what's what, and you also notice that, where is it? was someone else as well. Yes. You would notice that Damien is also there. It's noticeably a little bit earlier than usual, which means Claire must have set up stuff early, or most likely, as has been happening for the past month or so, been doing an all-nighter again.
So Luna probably like just try and push past the people and try and get in to talk to Claire, just for what's going on, kind of thing.
Okay, so at this point, I would also like to say for Dan and Micah, when you do notice people are starting to go, or at least the usual suspects anyway, are starting to go to the town hall, what's going through your mind?
You people.
Honestly, valid.
Especially with, like, depending on, like,
Yeah.
how big the group is, Micah is very, like, eh.
At the moment, a couple of people have gone in and have left. They've got the assignments they volunteered for. There's the two sort of Haven members that I've mentioned, and at this point, Luna, and shortly after, Sami.
Yeah, I'll probably look over to Micah and, like, in a way to ask, like, if they want to join as well, because I would be interested in joining the scouting missions for today.
So you're sort of just like sitting there, you're sort of like tilting your head like in the
Yeah,
direction.
just like, there's like a quick sign.
Micah would probably be, like, finishing their food and just been like, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay,
They're
let's
nosy.
finish up with the go. Yeah.
Okay then. So now it's starting to be a bit of a queue, but with Luna sort of prioritizing herself through the other two, they sort of took a step to the side. They don't really talk to you much, Luna, but you've been on a run with Damien before. Is a sort that kind of naturally goes to what you decide is is like the best option. So he sort of stepped away, Betty's sort of huffing a bit, but they're still confident, and there's going to be other options available to them anyway. So they let them you through, and in that moment of them stepping to the side, of course, naturally, everyone then starts flowing in, and they've sort of been left behind into the back of the queue, which is most unfortunate for them.
There is a line. I say under my breath.
But yeah, so getting into the town hall, it is a gutted train car. All the seats have been removed. Some stuff has been put up, chairs and tables. A few of the people that do all of the number crunching, labeling what items have been around and stuff, they're all sitting doing their job, and you see Claire at the end, and that is what was the question that you asked, Luna?
Just seeing what's up, and knowing she's been doing all night has just been like, hey, seriously, doing that again.
Yeah, she sort of looks up to you and just kind of blinks for a moment. It's very much it's too early, I've been up too late, I could do a coffee, there isn't any coffee. And that's that kind of like look on the face.
Like
So she may-
find coffee while scavenging.
She basically just looks up and says, I decided to stay up and look at some locations I could go back to, just see if there's anything left. Just some quick ones around that aren't too far from here, just something that could be done in a day.
We can't just keep going to places which are close by. If we want to find stuff, we need to go further out.
Believe me, I know. I just want there to be some things that can be done, you know. It just sort of gives a bit of a look, mainly over to the distance to people like Betty and some of the other younger ones that have sort of come in. But it's like basically just stuff for people to, you know, get their way in and stuff.
Just gonna like sigh and just be like, okay, just try and get some sleep. You're meant to be leading here.
Don't worry, I'll take the day if I can. Let's see, I've got something here for Alto if you want.
Sure.
It's just one of the suburbs. I don't think we've actually done much in this area yet. Maybe one or two, but I think it was mostly just more of a scout than an actual scavenging. I would like a decent few people to go on this though, just because we don't know too much about this place. We haven't been there for too long.
Figure out who else is going. I'm gonna go see what if Tobias or like Bobby, anyone else needs anything while I'm out.
Actually sort of nods as you make your way and looks over to the others. She gives a sort of courteous nod and looks over like, oh well, speaking of which then, would any of you three like to volunteer for this same run?
It was the suburbs.
Yes, it's
Yeah, so
just a small suburb, about a decent few buildings. I think there's a convenience store if I last remember where I went.
a lot of houses tightly together.
Yes, that will be one. That will be the main problem. It might be worth being around the outskirts, but well, I'll leave it to you. I know you're relatively good with looking ahead.
I think I'll have Micah volunteer.
Yeah, Daddy as well.
I like look at the map and just nod my head. Yeah, I can work with this.
Alright, Claire, Claire listens to Sami, looks over to the other two as they nod, and while that's happening, over by Luna, so closest to, of course, would be the kitchen. This is one of the longer buses, so most of the buses that you see here are the sort of traditional yellow school bus. Some of them are a little bit longer. They're the more sort of generic public transport, the more sort of straight rectangular type ones. And one of those is being used as a kitchen. Again, like with the town hall, it's been gutted and repurposed with a bunch of kitchen appliances, and has been making good use of the new generator. The sort of middle section has been cut open and in almost sort of like food truck kind of way, so you can see Tobias pretty much heating up a larger pot of it's almost empty now as people are filling in the sort of the food court area, but it's still sort of stirring and making sure it's evenly cooked.
I'm gonna shout out, smells good, Tobias.
So Luna would just mainly check if there's anything he needed and grab her servant as well while she's there. I was also gonna say, like, she would also want to check with like Bobby and Flint, and if anyone else comes up to her asking for anything, then she just make a note of it.
Okay. Well, fortunately, as most of the people are now in this food court and of lining up and such, they do over here, and you sort of end up with quite a few people kind of like around you as they're desperately. They've been like following some of the other people that have left with their assignments, but they're now corralling to you as well. But
So just sort of like scowl on her face in a way, just like
yeah, very much that. Fortunately, on Tobias's end, he's just sort of there, is still stirring, and he's just sort of thinking for a moment. He just goes, well, of course, if you can find any more canned food or any sort of food that hasn't gone off or won't go off anytime soon, that would be great. Dried things would be relatively good, salted if possible.
Rice would go good in the soup. So I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I'm now thinking that. Flint's kind of just trying to think, just like, honestly, if you can get anything from any of the cars, if they haven't been completely picked clean, hopefully there's at least some stuff I can make use of, some spark plugs or a battery. Speaking of batteries, actually anything, AA, AAA, whatever you got.
instead.
Me puts away my stash of battery.
And then there's Bobby, who is, as usual, about 110% done with about everything in life. Is already is pretty much got his arms crossed, which is quite impressive because he's also holding a bowl of soup with one of the hands that's sort of like palm out. And he's just like, at this point, I'm a broken record, but I'm just going to say bandages, plasters, anything that can dress a wound at the very least.
It's just gonna like hold the notebook that she's making these notes out to him and just be like, write the name of the drugs down here if you need any. I'm not gonna remember them.
He takes the notebook and face goes from scowl to shock of horror as he just keeps writing names. Just line after line after line of barely eligible words.
I chime in and tell him to not forget to add albuterol sulfate.
Is Sami there?
Yes.
I thought I was following you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't hear you said you followed me.
Yeah, albuterol sulfate.
But yeah, eventually you are given lists. And
A long ass list.
yeah. And you've got a decent amount of time in the day, but one thing that's with the sort of like drawn map that you've been given, which is mostly based on what other scouts have mentioned before, so it might be accurate, it might not be accurate. You're kind of used to this yes and no kind of setup, but there is a note that says try to be back by lunch.
And what time is it now?
It is early morning. It is about 7.
Okay, so it can't be that far away if we're going there and back by lunch.
Yeah, it's close. So Altor. So you're on the outskirts of Altor, and
Yeah.
and this is a suburb of Altor, and it's their main reason for going to it is less about the fact that it's further away and therefore more stuff, but more so that they haven't been to this particular part as often, so there may still be some decent things there.
All right, well, yeah, put the list away somewhere. Probably gonna need to fold like 15 times just to get into a pocket. How much medicine was written on there? But yeah. Then just I guess head back to town hall and rejoin the others.
I'm gonna be sure to grab my morning rations.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure how cool you are of like, oh, you didn't say you ate it, so therefore you didn't.
I will be mentioning that.
Oh.
But yeah,
Luna's
so
just like devouring a bread roll.
yeah. So on the bright side, with it being just a day's, well, half a day's worth of going out, all of you have had some breakfast. That will be your day. But yeah, so heading back into sort of more so outside of the town hall at this point, Micah and Dan, you will be about ready.
Yeah.
I want to say like Micah goes back to their trailer, grabs like any gear that they have, changes out of their designated like sleeping clothes and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Dan's going to grab his axe as well and his revolver and everything, of course. Yeah.
Make sure my gun is cleaned and ready to go.
Luna's already got all of her stuff because she always has it on her.
Yep.
Always prepared.
All right. In which case, would you like to make your way out?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Lock and load, guys.
it's just a relatively short walk. It's in the direction that a lot of you have sort of been in, at least to a certain extent. There's a few sort of notable places. All have been picked clean by this point, but are relatively recognizable. There's a upside down school bus, which looks like it probably would have been part of the scrap. You're not entirely sure when it was put there and why it's upside down, but it is. Few cars, they've been pretty much stripped of all their insides at this point, and a statue of a horse. There's a lot of gunk on the nameplate, so it doesn't really say what it is. But eventually you make your way over, and I'm just going to quickly do this. There we go. And
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
so
Well,
All the music
Steakhouse.
changed.
Steakhouse sounds good on
my
me.
eyes.
so
I mean, they probably have a lot of spices and herbs there.
Yeah, could make some
Steak.
good food, yeah.
So the arrow at the top is where you'll be coming from. You can just about see the sort of cul-de-sac style shape of the road. Pretty classic for this area. And that is louder than I expected. But yeah, the road itself is relatively empty. While most of you weren't in this area when the outbreak happened, you do know from passing comments that there was a mad rush to leave, and so anyone that had been essentially caught would be either in the settlements or had already left. There's very few cars on the road, as there wasn't enough time for enough people to go to cause traffic jams in this particular area.
Okay. In that case, I think we should start by heading towards the clinic, and on the way, check for any cars. Don't open the doors and check beneath them before looting.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
The cars which are probably safest to search are ones with broken windows, because it means the alarm won't go off when you touch them.
Well, that's smart.
I was gonna see if I could scout a little bit ahead,
Okay.
see if there's any dangers up front.
Okay, in which case, how would you Are you going on foot? Are you using your board?
Unknown area right now. Probably just start on foot.
Okay. You can make a decent ways ahead of the rest, especially if the rest sort of go for a more slow walk, get their bearings, make sure things are safe in their immediate area. Going ahead, I would like you to select the scout button.
Shoot, how do I do this here?
So open
I
up
gotta
your
open my character sheet.
Yep. So journal, which is the little book, the single book, and you open up a character sheet.
Players, Sami. Cool. Scout.
Okay. If you don't see anything to pop up, close the character sheet. There might be a multiplier thing prompt.
Yeah. I got
just-
the macro options.
Just write 0 and then click OK.
And click submit. What?
Boop.
This happened?
Oh,
Okay. You have rolled the number of dice related to your did I not? Oh, that's annoying. There we go. The one thing that I didn't select to loop. Anyway, sorry, I got momentarily distracted. Yep. So you have 1 success, which means that you're able to continue forward. The road itself is relatively clear, including the sort of dirt path that kind of makes its way from this road up. You do see in the distance some zombies. It is in a relatively far distance. It's mostly like dotted around. They're sort of in sort of field, dry lands, around some places, closer to other roads and such. They're not any immediate danger. They're too far away to really see or hear, so long as you're not being stupid. But the overall route to the clinic seems clear. At this point, I would like to ask you first, Sami, and then the others, how far ahead do you want to go? So how far are you taking this?
You want to slowly approach the clinic as... would I still be in... Would the gang still be able to, like, see me where I'm at?
Yes,
right now?
so when it comes to things like scouting ahead, unless I'm told that others are staying in a spot, I will assume that they move up with you, but they're going at a speed that they can more diligently look at things, make sure routes are clear, make sure their back is clear and stuff like that, whereas you're going ahead to pick out things closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly approach the clinic, keeping like eye out for any signs of something, like any signs of danger.
Okay.
Definitely not just gonna run in.
Yeah.
I say,
okay, you first.
They're like what, right here? Oh my god, hold on, that's an ugly ass color. Let me. So am I like right here or?
You right click, you can ping. By the way.
What?
Left click. You just hold. Oh yeah, you can just hold down the left click.
Okay.
So it's up to you how far you want to go. For the scout that you've done, you've spotted the route. If you want, you can go all the way up to the clinic and investigate that. How far behind Sami are the rest of the group? Just a general ballpark in terms of.
Micah isn't too far back, maybe like a good few feet.
Okay.
Luna will probably be checking any cars that she goes, like the ones which will meet her criteria at least. Just see if there's any like basic things she can find.
Okay.
it is probably gonna stick closer to Mika as well. So also like a few meters behind, not as far back as as Luna with checking the cars, but like not as far away, basically. Yeah.
So you're sort of daisy chaining. You've got Sami at front, where he's further there. Micah and Dan hanging back, but at least within reach, they can step in if anything hits the fan. And then Luna's sort of in the rear, doing the more like full-on checks. In which, speaking of checks, Luna, I would like you to make a survival check.
Where is that? Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna need to close your window.
0.
0, yes.
0 bonus, yeah. Well.
Oh well.
Wow.
I don't know why, but I like the little boop.
Only 3.
Wait, shouldn't be more. No, yeah, no, I was right. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah, that is right.
It's
Yeah,
2
3 plus 2. Yeah, 1 plus 2 rather. Yeah. No, yeah, sorry, I confused you for someone else for a moment. So
Roll.
the cars that are on this road, like I said before, there's only a few, and it's mostly like where this building is. They pretty much didn't even get to leave. You spot a mostly eaten woman, maybe. It's hard to say. They've got longer hair, but they're quite decayed. There's some jewelry, so you can make the assumption, or it's up to you really. But it's that sort of look. The door by their side is open. There is a bullet hole through and through the sides of the head. So seatbelts on, so they were probably eaten, reanimated, and then someone else came along and decided to put the zombie out of its misery.
It's better than what I was thinking.
In terms of the car itself, it has been picked clean. The components of the engine block are essentially gone. The engine itself is there, but the pistons and other aspects like the motors and such have been stripped. Even parts of brakes have been taken. That car and a couple of empty cars have pretty much been stripped, as much as it really would. And it wouldn't be too useful taking like the skin of the vehicle and such.
Yeah. Can I tell if it was shot recently?
Considering post-mortem and on a decayed body, it's hard to say. There's a spray of black blood, which is how you can tell that it's that they were a zombie when they were killed, as it's not dried red blood, it's dried black goo. It is dried, so yeah. It can the most recent it could be would be a few hours. It would have been like the night before. It would be the soonest it could have happened.
Okay. Well, once she finds there's nothing really there, she catch up with the others and tell them about what she found.
That's fair.
Just the kind of warning thing. Just be a bit careful, and there's a chance someone could be nearby.
I sure think my internet's shitting out right now.
No. Well, that's somewhat unfortunate because Sami.
Yeah.
I would, if you can.
Will still work.
Okay. I would like you to make another scout check as you're checking the building itself, presumably from the outside. I'm assuming you sort of want to circle it as opposed to like going in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So scout, bonus penalties 0, and submit.
Yep. All right. Another success.
Wait, did I get a 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed a 5. That is the only one you have missed. Going around, the door is closed, but it does look like a mess inside. like things toppled over and such, broken bottles, a handful of torn fabrics, like sort of like that curtain thing that you put in between beds. Going around to the western side, you do spot a zombie inside the building. It hasn't seen you through the window. It's sort of standing idle, just staring at a wall, sort of shifting from foot to foot. The zombie in question appears to be an adult male, very badly decayed, definitely been here for a good few months, maybe even from the outbreak. Hair has mostly fallen and stuff like that. Decent amount of damage to their abdomen and insides missing.
I'm gonna have Micah like walk up to the window as well to like take a peek, see if they can find any other zombies inside the house from the window.
Okay.
I was gonna hold up like a one. Like,
You're like what? Like
to
one
say,
finger up.
you know, like, yeah, like I've seen one zombie in here.
Right. So upon seeing that, Micah, you head over and you look through as well, see if you can spot anything else. In which case, I would like you to also press the scout button.
I love the sounds it makes.
Oh, there
So
it is.
much.
What's bonus and penalty?
0.
0. Okay. Oop. Aw.
Oh, 6 of them. No successes, damn.
Yeah, that is the pain of a system which relies on a 6 to succeed. But yes, you don't see any more zombies.
Think we can take him out quietly?
Yeah,
How many
I think
open
so.
windows?
We could definitely get the advantage since the zombie hasn't noticed us yet.
So,
Assuming Luna's close enough by now to actually assist.
I will say for future reference, if you do want to help people out with, well, okay, you can't do scout rolls. Scout rolls you do have to just roll yourself. But for future reference, for some skills, you can, if you mention that you want to assist and you explain how you assist, the person who's rolling can add an extra dice. So just for future reference. It doesn't work for scouting though, which is why I haven't said anything. But I will say in this particular case, as it's the facade of the building, you won't need to roll for this one. It's pretty much there. So doors closed. Most of the windows are closed. The window by the front door is open. It's one of those windows that slides upwards.
I must say, is there any sense of power at all in here?
No. There's very rarely any kind of electricity these days.
So building alarm systems would be less of a
Yeah.
worry.
Mhm.
And considering how wrecked it is inside, it would have likely gone off by now.
Okay.
What I was thinking is, if Luna can get to that window, it'll depend on how high it is.
It's on
She
ground
can try
floor.
and shoot it with. Okay, so she can shoot it with her bow through the window.
You cannot. It is a separate room. It does go into a corridor, which is then open into the other room, but you would have to go inside.
Can I do a scout as well, then, just to see if it's clear?
Yes.
Probably not going to do too well on this, but
Who knows?
There's always a chance.
yeah. Yeah, no.
Damn.
I roll well.
You roll well, yeah. I guess what I mean. This is the pain of a system where it is one number in order to do it. You don't see any. You don't see any more zombies, and you don't hear anything either.
Okay.
wonder if we can make like a light
I mean,
like
I can take a look as well, technically.
tapping sound drop in here.
Okay, I will start with Dan. If you want, you can do a scout as well.
Sure. It can't hurt. No bonus to penalty. Hey!
You do not see any other zombies.
Oh, well, okay. At least we know.
Yeah. Okay, so what did you want to do, Sammy?
Well, I was just thinking out loud of what if we like, not saying that we're gonna do it right now, just a light tapping sound to like draw him over here. Kind of like, oh, hey, what was that? And then
They are.
jump his butt.
You do know. Everyone here knows that the zombies are sound sensitive.
Yeah.
And the zombie is looking at a wall right now, isn't it?
Yes. So it's pretty much looking to north. Sami and Micah are west. So they can see. So basically, it's staring perpendicular to how they're staring at. And then if you were to go into the room and look towards the open doors, you would also be sort of perpendicular to it.
In that case, then we could just sneak in and take it out, rather than luring it. It's somewhere where this place could make more noise.
True.
If you wish to enter without making sounds, that will be a stealth check.
Who wants
Oh,
to
damn.
try it?
Oh.
What's my stealth?
I
Hold
could try.
I have two stealth.
Stealthy.
My stealth is a 2.
My stuff is
Mine's-
2-2.
What's your... Take into account the agility number as well, though.
My oh yeah, that's right.
I
My
have 3
agility
agility,
is
2
4.
stealth. So I've... Oh, okay.
My agility is also no. My agility is 5, and my stealth is 2.
Ooh.
Okay, so you have 7
Yeah.
dice.
Little
Yeah.
shaky now. Holy crap.
So if anything, it sounds like it's best to send in Sammy.
Yeah, send it a child.
Yes.
If you want, since I have a high agility, I can go in with Sammy.
Yeah, that works.
I'm just saying because I have my 1 silent shot. I can just come in.
And then Micah does have the spear, so they can like poke it from afar.
Okay, here's the plan. Micah, go in behind Sammy. If the zombie gets alerted and tries to go for Sammy, you just be able to take it out while protecting Sammy.
Hell yeah.
In which case, both of you roll your stealth.
So how does that work on this?
You press the stealth button.
2-1.
Okay. Stealth. Bonus penalty dice and 0.
Yep. Yeah. In this particular case, it would be best for you both to. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. Hopefully.
Yep. So Sammy first, you notice that while originally it seemed like the window was up, it actually wasn't. The frame is still down, but the lower window is broken. The shards of glass have already been cleared from this from the bottom part of the frame, which is good, as that means you do not need to make any pointless sounds by clearing it in order to crawl through. You managed to get through with the sort of softer shoes that you have. Gently step down, nothing cracks, nothing creaks, and from inside you can help Micah in a way in which both of you can essentially go in, and you can hear much better now the sort of groaning, moaning of the zombie, but there's no sort of like alert sound. It's no change in aggression. Normally they do start to growl and snarl and scream, but in this particular case, this zombie is still sort of idle groaning.
Can I just say as well quickly, Luna will wait by the door so they can let us in once it's sorted.
Okay.
That will wait with Luna just to be able to help them as well when they're done.
Okay. Alright, gonna hit the safety off and just. Are we gonna stab first or shoot first?
I think stabbing would alert it. Micah is basically there as secondary support if
Okay.
they were to get aggressive before you shot, so I would probably say shot first.
I'm gonna try to get kind of close and just aim at the head.
Mhm.
My one silent shot.
All right. Press the pistol button or the Glock. I think I named it.
No penalties and stuff, please. What the fuck?
Ooh.
Oh! Ain't not a single. Oh.
Damn.
At this point, I would like to remind you can push. I would like you to describe to me what you do to push this.
Bullet.
Essentially, in this case, with shooting, you can basically say that you want to rapid fire another one.
No.
But it's up to you if you want to push it or not.
Is the second shot not gonna be quiet though?
It will be a bit louder than the first one.
Reminder that Micah does have their spear like ready.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Jesus. I'm. I don't think I should push, but I'm. I can like nudge my head. Like
All right. In which case, so you fire. The sound could be described as like smacking a piece of concrete with a hammer in terms of sound, in terms of how loud it is, but it doesn't get any louder than that. So it's just the sound of the actual like explosion in the chamber as the slide goes back. It rips through the paint can that you've used as your silencer and misses it. The zombie sort of did a quick like twitch as it sort of spasmed its head a bit, and in that the bullet flies past the back of its head instead and hits the wall. It instantly shuffles towards and starts making its way towards the two of you.
okay, then I'll take this opportunity and like use my spear as it's walking towards us.
Right then, use your the spear button.
All right. And then bonus 0. Oh, please work.
Yep.
Ooh,
All right,
fuck yeah.
you lunge the spear up. You catch the zombie in the eye. The blade slides right into the brain stem, and you sort of have to let your arms droop down as the body flumps forward. The blade's still embedded, so you sort of have to like tilt the spear down, otherwise you would accidentally drop it.
Awesome.
I will say, after the gunshot and that, no other sounds. This is a one-story building, just to the ground floor. So you seem to be in the clear.
Awesome.
How loud was the sound to Luna and Dan?
So when I say like a hammer striking concrete, like a loud sort of, it is like a loud bang, but it's not like an explosion bang in the same way that you would expect from a gunshot. You can hear it. Both you, Luna, and Dan can hear it, but it's relatively muffled. If there were any zombies around that could hear, you would already know that they were there, because they would be basically around the building in the same way you are.
Because I'm sure there's nobody heard that, no zombies heard that, basically.
Yeah, so you can be confident that you two were most likely the closest people to hear it. Those of you who are cautious may want to keep your guard anyway, but you know, it's not a loud bang. It's not something that immediately makes you think, ah, shit.
I was gonna say, just check out, like, look around at the zombies that we can see, just see if any of them have changed direction or changed behavior, and then kind of just like look through the window. I'm assuming there's some kind of window on the front door of the clinic.
Yeah,
Just
two
like-
windows either side,
like-
and that one is the one that
Yeah.
they went through.
Just give some kind of wave, like hello, like will us in?
I will say the door is locked from the inside. It is one of those flick type locks.
I'll go and flick it.
In terms of zombies, though, the only sort of zombies that you can directly see, Luna, were basically the ones that were pointed out by Sami beforehand, and they were pretty much like, you know, out that way and that way. They're quite far. You can still pretty much just see their silhouettes. If they are moving towards you, it doesn't seem like it. It could just be very slow, or they're just not noticed. But yeah,
In that case, we'll head
the lock
inside.
clicks open, and yes, you're all inside.
Can you guys hear me okay in quality wise?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, quality, yeah. I
Cool,
might
'cause
put
my-
you up a bit, but that's just on my end.
Also,
my
once we're
upload
inside,
speed is at 0.09 megabytes a second for my
Oh my
internet.
God.
My
Oh.
upload speed.
Yikes.
My download speed is half a gig right now.
That's a small difference.
once we're inside, I was gonna say we'll lock the door behind us so no one can easily sneak up on us.
That's fair, yeah.
Okay.
It's a good shout. So close the door again, it clicks. In terms of the doors, it's pretty much just a basic sort of house door. This clinic is one of those where it's more like a bungalow type house, which has been made into a clinic some point before the outbreak. It's one of those sort of family clinics. But yeah, there's some stuff around. From an immediate glance, it's difficult to pick out what's trash and what could be useful. So
Can we investigate?
yes, you can do a survival check, and up to 3 people, which is essentially the rest of the party, can choose to help by essentially looking around, and that will add dice to whoever the one doing the roll is.
Yeah, I will help out.
I was also
I'll
going to
help out,
ask,
yeah.
I'll keep an eye out.
would we get any kind of bonus since we have the list of specific medications we're looking for?
Not quite. There is something that helps with knowing specific stuff, but it's less the check itself and more so the results of the check.
Okay.
But
Who's
yes.
best at survival?
I have one in survival, 2 in wit, so probably not me.
I have
Well,
the same.
I have
I
a
have-
5 in total.
I have 4 wits, 3 survival.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
I got
Yeah, Mika.
yeah, like,
3 wits, 2 survival.
Right,
We'll
so-
help Mika
But
then.
So
yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out and scout for any suspicious sneakers.
Okay, so
um,
Luna and Dan will assist Mika then.
Alright.
Okay, so in which case, Mika, you press survival, and this time with the prompt you write 2.
Right, 2? Okay.
The number 2 specifically, as opposed to sorry.
For the bonus penalty dice?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Damn.
that
Nice.
was close.
Still got 1.
Yeah,
Still
you
one.
got a success. And Sami, I would like you to make your scout check.
Okay, so I just click on scout.
Yep. No.
Submit.
Yeah. There you go.
Jesus.
So
5. Oh, no, I identified as a 2. I'm stupid. I'm actually. Never mind.
No, you're not.
but yeah.
Oh, Kel.
So
I could try to push, but no, that means bad things can happen.
you can definitely push if you wish. It will add a bit of stress, but I would like you to explain how you push it. What would you be doing to sort of to try and sort of ensure that you're doing the best of your ability to scout?
I'll pass on the pushing for now.
Okay.
It's like do binocular things to your
So-
eyes to help you see better.
No, I was gonna like just if I did push, I was just gonna go out the window a bit and like kind of glance around more.
Ah, I see what you mean there. Okay.
But
So,
anyway, I'm-
Micah,
Mhm.
you find quite a decent amount of things. So, thanks to the list that people swamped Luna with.
Okay.
So yes, Bobby. Let me grab. So you find bandages, sort of a pack of 3 rolls of bandages,
Ooh.
a used first aid bag which only has some gauzes in it. I will basically explain what this all means in a moment, but you around, so while Luna helps, she finds some rubbing alcohol and iodine. And
What you say it?
and
Iodine.
is that how it's is it iodine in America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Advertisements.
To be fair, I say iodine as well, but that's just because I play a lot of games where it said iodine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird. That's the first time I've ever heard iodine. But yeah, and you find then you find a few scalpels. With this, you basically have a basic medical gear item. So
Okay.
handing the stuff over to Micah. I will write it for you. For some reason I couldn't find your name, even though there's only like 4 players. It's gonna go basic medical. This is, you got 1 of them, 0.5. I think it was a bonus to medicine, so let me just grab that. It's a 1. Alright. But yeah, with this clinic, between the 3 of you, you managed to find essentially a basic medical kit's worth of stuff, which has now been added to Micah's inventory. Sami, you can't see anything going from room to room and looking out the windows. You don't spot anything approaching.
I thought you were about to say something like, you don't spot the zombie right behind you.
Maybe at some point when you mess up.
Behind me, isn't he?
But yeah, no. So far this does seem like a very sleepy suburb.
No.
One thing I
Karma.
want to. Oh, go on.
How cramped is this area?
Which area?
Like the building.
Oh, so the front door opens to sort of a corridor that goes the length of the building. So from east to west, there's a sort of a secretary bit, and then there's 3 rooms. The room that you entered in, which is sort of a slightly larger, but basically a living room size with some beds. Then it's just a small corridor which connects to that main one, which is just a few feet gap between the next room, which is more of like a doctor's room, one of those where you would go for the appointment and they will give you a checkup. So it's a smaller room, and that's where the zombie was.
Would this area cause issues for me? That's what I'm saying.
No, the room is still a room in size. It would be like a small bedroom in terms of the size for the room that the zombie was in. And like I said, the room that you entered in was a like a living room sized space. The corridors you would want to get through as quick as possible.
Okay. Gotcha.
With that window that was broken, was the glass on the inside or the outside once it had been cleared from the window frame?
Glass was on the inside, so Sami had to be extra careful to not crack anything when he took the first foot down.
Okay.
And then helped Micah in to avoid the same issue. So basically, between the two stealths, they were able to avoid making sounds.
Someone's been here before us.
And what I'm curious though is if that zombie is as old as it is, that must have been very early on, or it was before the zombie was there. Because the zombie didn't seem to be bothered.
Yeah.
Well, and it was alive. But if there's nothing else here, we should probably move on to the next place.
I agree.
Yeah.
Should we head to the villa, convenience store, and then the steakhouse?
Yeah,
That's
that
what
was
we
my
create
plan.
a small little loop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the steakhouse was closest to the entrance that we came in from then as well.
Yeah. So we're going to the furthest point and to the closest point, basically.
Okay. What I would like to say, just for the sake of it, the going off the map essentially, it's still sort of like grass field or dry sort of shrub land type thing. It's still relative. It's about October. Things are cooling down, but summer has passed and everything's sort of dry. But it's open area, so you can loop around the suburb in that direction without anything in the way. Is basically what I want to say. So the villa.
Before we get to a villa, are there any street signs on the way?
Not along the whole way. The next main street sign that you can see from the naked eye is on the sort of intersection bit.
Understood.
There's nothing there because there's some small they're basically like garages, the three buildings there. The bigger one is a house, but it's been burnt down.
3 buildings, you said these ones?
These ones, yes.
Okay.
So the smallest 2 are sort of like separate garage spaces, and this was some sort of building, like some sort of house basically, but it had been burnt down, so the roof has collapsed. It's basically just the ground floor in terms of wall. The villa itself is... Yes?
Then go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, so I'm putting you here at the moment. So as in you've left sort of the clinic area, so you're at that point of the road. From what you can see in the distance,
why is this a penis?
Where? Oh, because funny. No, I've actually...
I was just thinking the same thing.
I basically drew over the Google map of this one suburb in Altor, so ask the people who live there.
Well, they were pretty funny, I guess.
Yeah, they thought funny. It'd be funny if their response was the same as mine. Funny. But yeah, so from what you can see, just at the back of that part of the road, the villa is definitely bigger than the suburb houses that you see. It's not quite a mansion, but it's definitely one of those like 3-4 bedroom, like bigger ones.
So what I'm hearing is
Multiple
there's
bathrooms.
probably creatures in there.
Creatures.
But once again, I'd like to say, does anyone want to scout ahead or stuff like that?
Of course.
All right, do your roll.
Yeah.
Oh boy, scout. Give me the beat boys to scout the zombies.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Heading towards the villa, you notice damage as you get towards it. So in terms of the road itself, much like before, when you get over to the other area, you still don't really see many zombies. There's some zombies milling around the road, just off the distance near where the convenience store is, and you can sort of easily see that it's a convenience store now. It has sort of like it's pretty much the only sort of main store that this area has without going into Altor proper. But yeah, so you see some zombies in a distance milling around. They're just on the road. They're not doing much besides just the occasional shuffle from side to side. The villa itself, though, with that roll right off the bat, you see zombies in through the window. and also the villa itself, there's damage to the wall, and you also see a zombie there. There appears, at least from what you can just see from through windows and the damage, probably about 4 or 5.
Ooh.
I'm gonna lightly say there's a whole gaggle of them.
Now that
A
brings the next
fistful
question.
of zombies.
Do we really want to explore it if there's that many zombies?
Sure, it's a bit risky, maybe.
Make separate rooms or all in one place.
Kind of cut out for me, sorry.
I'm asking if they are all in separate rooms or if they're all in one place.
So Sami can see a couple of windows with zombies like visible. So these are dotted around. Basically, they're in the house. They're in the villa and they're moving about.
I've only counted 4 to 5 that I saw, so there could be more inside.
Mm-hmm.
And is that just on the first floor or ground floor?
One on the second floor that you can see, so there could be more on the other side. The rest are on the ground floor.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
not even counting any like hidden rooms we can't see.
Is there a back entrance to the house?
2 successes. There is a garage that is open at the back of the house, and that has a side door that goes into the house itself.
Okay, so here's the plan then. Assuming we can move the garage door ourselves, we can, one person, if 4 out of 5 that we can see are in the ground floor, and there's an entrance leading into there, we can lure them into the garage, shut the door, and then shut the door behind them.
Ooh.
There's still
That's a good
damage to the
idea.
wall
Of that garage or the other garage?
No, it's
of the villa.
on the villa. The damage is sort of like there, and the garage is over there. So essentially what you want to do is you want to trap them in the garage. So basically they're trapped in one room with the
Yes.
garage door closed and the door
Interior door
closed.
You know,
Okay.
Most garage lift systems have a little cord you can pull to manually release.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Downside is they're loud.
they are very loud. Yeah, they would hear us.
You'll hear the actual like shuttering sound as it's moving down.
Yeah.
A lot of clanking metal, and then a slap.
Yeah, that would bring the zombies from inside the house into the garage, but I worry about any surrounding zombies because that would be very loud.
It would be, they could hear it.
Especially if a dead quiet area like this, it could echo pretty far out. You could pull the release and have someone lower it down slowly. It'll still make noise, but it won't
Yeah.
slam down.
So
'Cause
then
to be
maybe
fair-
that way it wouldn't alert anything nearby, but it would still alert the zombies in the house.
We only needed
Yeah.
we only needed to shut to keep the zombies in there. We don't need to necessarily do it quickly.
What I will say
We just need
is
someone to go on.
so I just want to say, once the latch is released, in order to close it yourself, I would want a force check from whoever it is that's lowering it, just so that they can maintain it and not like have to like accidentally like let it go if it's like too strong for them.
Okay.
My force
what I was
is
gonna say-
0. Do not look at me.
I have 1 and 4. I have 5 in total.
I have 6 in total.
My force, I have probably not a lot. Let's see, add that strength.
Strength and
4 in total.
What I was going to say for you, Sammy, is if you wait for the zombies to go into the garage and then shut the door, the interior door behind them.
Okay.
There is also the option of us putting something beneath the garage door. We don't technically need it fully shut because if the gap's small enough, then the zombies won't be able to get through. Like say, I don't know, like bag of fertilizer, for example,
Or a
couple
pink
bags.
can.
That's still hit metal.
Yeah, you would need a survival check to find something that could be useful.
Would someone who was Micah? Was it you who's hiding survival?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got 3 survival.
We're just sitting around the road drawing out a plan.
Yeah.
Look, Luna plays this big needs a plan.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Okay.
In which case, I would like a survival search.
We'll assist as well.
How?
I'll just
Just help search the area.
yeah, just look around.
I'll just keep my eyes out for zombies.
Okay. Okay. In which case, starting with the survival.
Okay, and then bonus is still 0?
There's two.
2.
2? Okay.
I know way too much
Da-da-da-da.
about garage stores, having to have
Nice.
repaired so much in my life.
God. Okay.
Holy shit!
That's a good success.
All right.
Well,
So, Sami, I'm going to have you hold off on your scout until
Okay.
until afterwards. It might be more prudent to use the scout for when the sound's been made. That's the only time I'm going to make that sort of suggestion, though. So,
Yeah.
in which case, you find in the garage itself, you can spot about 5 20-liter paper bags that would be containing cement, as in like the powder.
Okay, perfect. Let's line them up across the floor so it's spread out and it doesn't allow any of the matter to hit the floor. And then the gap will be too small for zombies to crawl through as well.
Yes.
So then we can start lowering it without any concern of it being too loud.
How many liters did you say they were?
20 liters, so they're like the big bags.
Alright, 5 gallons, got it.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Even though I'm mostly going to be talking in like feet and miles, I can't do volume. I have to do in metric, I'm afraid.
Yeah. So if we lay the cement bags out like that, and then lower the door, and once the zombies start coming in, actually let's open the interior door first. Is it already open, or is it just unlocked?
The interior door is open.
Okay. So once that's shut, Sami, if you want to try and sneak in, we'll probably check the front doors unlocked first as well.
Yeah.
There's the
so
front
that
door.
way-
There's also the hole in the side as well that
Yeah.
could be used.
That works too. Then Sami shuts the door behind them, and is it like which way does the door open? Away or towards the zombies?
It would. So it's open towards. So you'd have to pull it to close it.
Okay, so if they push down from beside the trap, they won't be able to open it.
Yeah, so they'll be trying to push a pull. So it'll take them.
Yeah, okay, that's
they'll still
perfect.
be able to, but eventually, but it'll take them a while to,
Yeah.
break and stuff.
And if it's shut
Usually
quietly,
the
they
locks
wouldn't
for
aggro on
those
it anyway.
doors are on the inside,
Yes.
Yeah.
so we can
Okay,
lock 'em
so
in
yeah, if we
quickly.
can lock it and do it quietly, the zombies shouldn't hear it shut, so they shouldn't try and get back out that way.
Okay. So in which case, Luna and Dan, you're both strong enough that you can move one bag at a time without needing a check. Sami, you can get yourself into position pretty much. It would need a new stealth check,
Pray for me,
basically,
guys.
for when you're going in there.
Oh, you didn't want me to roll it now?
But you can, you can roll it as sort of like a preparation, like stealthing up sort of thing.
Fuck!
Oh,
You're really unsure if you it might just be nerves, but you're not sure if you're that quiet.
Can I just ask, is it Micah and Luna who are moving the door?
that's me.
Or was it Dan and Luna?
Well, Dan and Luna were moving the bags.
Yes.
Anyone can start the door latch.
Okay,
Oh, you're
so
doing
if Luna can just pull the door down alone, do the others want to try and either like assist Sami, or either try and stealth themselves?
I could stealth. My stuff is pretty good. I could try stealthing myself. I have 5 in total.
my stealth is 2.
I got 7 in total.
Does our criminal want to try and stealth in?
I can try. Yeah, let me try.
All right.
0.
There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. So while Sami has second thoughts about the way he sounds, the way sort of like the shoes creak on the sort of like the wooden porch. Yeah, so
Patio
like
porch.
yeah, while Yeah, like sort of like the creaking of the wood panels of the porch. You're not entirely sure. Noticing this, Dan, you decide to put yourself in the position.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get Micah then to signal to both of us when we're ready. Since we can't see each other.
Sort of like put yourself in a position where you can be seen by both sides, so that you can simultaneously signal. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then when ready, Luna can start lowering the door.
All right then. At this point, Sami, I would like you to do your scout.
Give me something. Give me anything.
Fuck.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You still can't see any more besides what was already pointed out to you before, what you had already pointed out to the others.
Fuck. Okay.
But with that, everyone is in position.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
do.
So just to be like, keep an eye out for any other zombies approaching, or any people for that matter.
10-4.
And then I guess Luna will start lowering the door.
All right. So there's the initial sort of clack of the lever, and then you get that sort of like that just sort of sound as the each sort of panel of metal of the it's that standard sort of like white type garage door. As that sort of lowers down and it hits the bags, there's sort of a bud, but it's not. But that's it. Like, you can hear it, Luna. Micah, you heard the sound of it closing, but you didn't actually hear it land on anything.
Okay, good.
Meanwhile, from Sami and Dan's perspective, after the sound, you hear a louder sort of like growl, like an as one by one, different parts of the house, or at least on the ground floor, begin to come alive, essentially, as they stop their sort of idle position and start moving towards the source of the sound. It's painfully slow, like waiting for them as they stumble about, walk into sort of like a sofa and not quite understand why they're not going forward before eventually just moving away and continuing down. And in the end, you can count about 7 zombies
Damn.
enter the garage.
Wait
Looks
for
like
the
we made a good
signal.
choice then.
Yeah, because we definitely missed some.
There's some pause, but there doesn't seem to be any more. You can hear creaking wood from footsteps the floor above, but it seems to keep going back and forth. Pretty much where the garage is on the ground floor, like you can hear it on the upstairs. So it's just sort of pacing back and forth where the sound was.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the ground floor is hopefully safe now.
Hopefully, yeah. Wait for the signal to lock, or
Oh, yeah. Once we're all in, just lock the door.
They're all sort of clambering up to the garage door itself, which means Dan is absolutely not noticed as he goes in ahead. And yep, the door can close, it locks, and at least for a while they'll be there. You can assume they'll focus on the garage door itself for a while, so that should hopefully keep them at bay for a little bit.
Yeah, as long as we stay quiet, they shouldn't turn around.
Essentially, yes.
I'm gonna equip my skateboard as a weapon,
Yes.
and just prepare.
Okay. Yeah, so you can still hear the footsteps upstairs, but for now, the ground floor at least is clear.
Okay. Does it sound like there's multiple sets of footsteps upstairs?
No, it sounds just like 2 feet.
Okay,
Okay.
that makes it easier at least. Do we want to deal with that first and then search this floor while someone watches the stairs, or do we want to just go and deal with it and then come back down?
I have a question.
Hmm?
How well are these zombies at going down the stairs?
They can go down the stairs. They might stumble, there's a chance they would fall, but it's not something you would want to bet on.
Damn.
Anyone have any
The
string?
clumsier they are is when there's more of them. So if there a whole bunch of them try to go down the stairs, that will be when they start tumbling and such, but otherwise they will just shuffle their way down the stairs, and it's more
I
luck
wanted to
if
see if I
they...
could pull a hunter.
Comma. What are the stairs like? Is there 2 banisters or just one, and the others connected to a wall?
So there's one stair that's connected to the wall. It's one of those that goes up, corner, up.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it was 2 sets of banisters, we could tie a rope and make the zombie trip and then take it down.
Would have been smart.
That would have been so
it's-
Looney Tunes.
So there is sort of like once it reaches a corner, it's pretty much closed wall. The bit that's going down to the ground floor is, like half wall type staircase barrier. There's no edge piece though.
That's fine. In that case, do we want to take out the one upstairs first?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay, Okay, we've got 2 options, stealth up behind and take it down. But I would say whoever does take it down, lower it to the floor rather than let it drop so it doesn't alert the other zombies.
My stealth is 7.
My
My
stealth
stealth-
is only 2, so.
My stealth is 5 in total, 3 plus 2.
So Dan is already stealthed.
Oh, so the roll still counts.
Yeah, because the roll was moving into the building, so you're still quiet while inside. Of course, other people can choose to stealth now as well that they're in.
Do Dan and Sami want to sneak upstairs and try and deal with a zombie? And
Sure.
I'm down.
one of you's already in stealth and the other has high stealth.
Yeah. What kind of weapon do you have, Dan?
I have an axe and a revolver, but I would prefer using the axe because I don't have a lot of ammo.
Yeah, I have a skateboard that can just.
I will say if it is Sami and Dan, Sami will need to try again for stealthing up.
Okay. Let me stealth it up, guys. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Did I go through?
Hey,
That's very
Yeah.
stealthy.
All right,
Collect my
so
composure. Take my backpack off. And just get a little low.
and at this point you are quieter than Dan. You're both quiet, but you can sort of just about hear. You could get quite up close if you wanted to.
Thank you for the tips, Dan.
You're welcome.
I'll wait downstairs until we've dealt with it and just watch one of the doorways, just make sure nothing comes.
Okay.
One of the entry points.
Yeah, same.
Now, let's talk about how we're gonna do this. Then
Since it's a bit quiet, you should probably go ahead. And I will be right behind you to back you up, basically.
I basically have a skateboard as a melee weapon.
And sure, I have
Knock
an
your feet
axe.
up beneath it and axe it when it hits the floor.
That is
Yeah.
a great idea.
I was actually
Yeah,
gonna think, like, should I get the legs to knock it?
Yeah, like hit them like in the back of the knee, basically. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
remember, keep it quiet.
Yeah.
So
As long as it's fine.
heading up the stairs,
Okay.
it's only really enough for one person at a time, as it so you can't be side to side. But so with that, I'd say Sami ahead, Dan just behind. So step by step, but you can't be side by side. Heading up, you get to a landing that goes to a couple of rooms. towards the end of the corridor, you spot the back of a zombie as it's just sort of staring around. It's stopped its shuffling back and forward. It's sort of returned to its idol. And judging by what you can see, it seems like it was once a teenage girl.
Oh.
The gear on the zombie does look haphazard, so post outbreak.
Oh. Guess I'm gonna steal myself, get behind as close as I can, and just take a big old Should I go first for the back of the head? No, I'm gonna go with the first plan of knock it down.
Okay.
Okay.
Depending on what you're doing, that would be either the skateboard or foot and fist would be if you're like kicking the back of the knee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a swing to the back of the knee to at least cause it to drop a bit and give us the advantage. Cool. No penalties or anything. Fuck.
Ooh.
Fuck. It's okay. But after he fails, I will go in and try to attack the zombie with an axe.
All right, do your axe. That is a spur of the moment decision to go straight into axing.
Yeah.
God, okay.
You saw me fuck up.
So, Sammy swings
Holy
the
shit, those dice.
yeah, Sammy swings the skateboard, but you're feeling uncomfortable with the corridor, with how tight either side it is to you, and you misjudge just how small it is. And while swinging the skateboard, you clatter the end of the skateboard against the wall. The zombie does hear it, sort of like tilts its head up as it recognizes a sound. Before it can turn or make any sort of sound, axe swings down straight into the back of her head and collapses down. You, Sammy, sort of have to like duck to one side in order to make the space as basically Dan with axe rushes in while you're still there, so you sort of have to like out of the way.
Fuck.
But the zombie is down.
That was a close one.
Yeah, very. Can we get out of the hallway?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
One good thing about the axe, it did sort of embed into the skull, but that does mean you can assist in lowering it before pulling the axe out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to get the axe out as well, of course. Yeah, that's kind of important.
Yeah.
But yes, so but with that, you are now confident that this villa is, well, can't exactly say cleared because of the garage, but it's safer now.
Okay. Now that the zombies dealt with, and we shouldn't have any reason to cause a loud noise. I'd say focus on searching and what they have told us about the teenage girl by now.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if I could like search the zombie we just dusted.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, if searching has been done on different floors, that would be two different survivals. If Sammy is searching the girl upstairs, he'd be making a survival. Dan could choose to help with that, which would give him a dice.
Search the
and
room
a
in
dice.
general, maybe.
Karma, can I have like a look around the rooms on both floors and see if there's anything that stand out? Like in a sense of not like actually like if looting them, just more like in what each room is.
Sure. So the kitchen and living room on the ground floor are open plan, so you can see the kitchen from the living room. The kitchen itself goes off to the garage and just a little bit down that part. So between the garage door and the kitchen, there's also a little sort of pantry type bit, and that's all where like you've got a dishwasher and tumble dryer type thing. There's a bathroom down there and a guest bedroom. Upstairs is a single bathroom, a bedroom with an ensuite bathroom, and 2 smaller bedrooms.
Okay, I'll prioritize for kitchen, pantry, and bathroom downstairs.
Okay.
Just looking for medical equipment and food mainly, but yeah.
So basically, with the survival checks being split, the people who are helping can only help if they're on the right floor.
My
Mika,
survival is a.
Go on.
Oh, go on.
I was just gonna see if Mika wants to help me or if we want to search separately.
Micah can
Micah.
help.
Oh, sorry, I keep saying wrong one.
Oh, it's all good. I know what you mean.
Like-
Potato.
Yeah.
Okay, so in which case, if Micah's helping, then Luna can roll with a 1 for the modifier. Dan, are you helping Sami search, or are you searching the rooms
So,
yourself?
I'm gonna be
I
like
would-
muting and unmuting because my family is being so freaking loud, and I'm just like,
That's fine, don't worry.
I just
Don't
checked.
worry.
Micah had high survival, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would it be better if I helped them?
3, yeah.
Yeah, you can do it that way.
Okay.
I was gonna search the room upstairs in general, where Sammy's searching the body itself for what it sounds like.
Okay, so Sami, you roll normal. Dan, you roll survival just as is, no modifier.
Shit. Ah.
And
Well done.
fucking hell. And Micah, you can roll survival with +1.
We've only got 3 dice for so I have 4 and 2.
We do have an option to push.
You do have the option to push. If you want, you can sort of explain what else you're doing to try and, search a bit more frantic.
Just ripping off the cupboards. I don't know how to describe researching a corpse.
Pockets and stuff?
Yeah, moving the body, like flipping the body over, stuff like that. Basically, just
I
going
will,
through.
you know what? Okay, I'm gonna just swear a lot in my breath and like kind of move the body, be kind of like back down and like start going through the pockets a little bit more carefully.
Mhm.
And then I push. Okay.
All right. And now is the
Where's
point
one of
where I
the dice
double
red?
check. That's the extra one. That's the push.
Yep. I have
So-
a rest.
Yeah, the red is the stress dice. So the stress dice is automatically applied the very first push.
Yeah. Okay. I
Okay,
really
and
don't
you
want
now
to
have
be in
one
here longer
point.
than I got to, though. I want to get out.
You have 1 point of stress.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at this point, you do feel like between having to search a dead girl that's probably about your age, and also just it feels like the corridor is getting thinner and thinner around you. You do manage to find a switchblade, a knife, and you find as well a flashlight.
Nice. That'll be helpful. I can
Well,
give the
at
flashlight a
best.
little flick.
It blinks for a moment just because it hasn't been used for a while, but it goes on. It's just
Okay,
a
flick back
regular
on.
sort of handheld flashlight. It's not like a big one. It's not any of those. It's not one that you can use to strike. It's basically just your palm of your hand takes up most of the body.
Gotcha. could I eventually tie it to my like backpack strap to have like a shoulder mounted one?
It does have a thing for like keychain rings. It doesn't have the ring on it, but you could probably put that on one of the parts of your backpack eventually. So I need to
turn it back off though.
Mhm.
Sure, switchblade. And you said you're adding it to my stuff, or?
yes, because I can just drag and drop, and I'm just going to rename it.
Woo!
Switchblade. The blade itself is quite good. It's been closed this whole time, so nothing's rusted and such.
Hearing you call it flashlight is amazing to me.
That is much like with cat and iodine. It's because I hear the American so much. Normally I would say torch.
all right.
And then I'll add this, and I will put this as a 0.5 as well. So I've got 1. Right.
I'm gonna head down to like the kitchen or living room area and just start to get my breath.
Okay.
I'm
What
gonna
I will
tell
say is,
Ben, like I'm heading down.
with the flashlight, you will also get a +1 roll to survival and scout in dark places or at night. But there are obviously the downsides of using a flashlight.
Yeah. All of China will know I'm there if they see it.
Essentially.
We'll know you're there.
So you're going back downstairs then?
Yeah, and just catch my breath. Notice me like shaky.
Yeah. Going back
Luna
down.
would've been, like, helping. Sorry, I was gonna say Luna would have been helping search and like notice Sami come down the stairs like looking nervous, but she doesn't want to show concern, but at the same time just like, so you find anything?
Flashlight and the knife. About it.
Nice. Keep a hold of that knife. I think you'd be best with it.
Yeah, thank you.
So then, unfortunately, the both the pantry and the kitchen have been picked clean.
Edge.
You find in what appears to be a boys' room, you find a pair of binoculars.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There is also a harmonica and a can opener.
Okay.
Oh man, a can opener can save so many knives.
Hidden under a desk in what appears to be like well, I mean, it could be anyone's room. I'd sort of say a girl's room just because it's like pink everywhere and certain like boy bands type things. It could be anyone, but just regardless, in this sort of room, you see as well underneath a bag of popcorn, unpopped.
Ooh. Well, hell yeah, that sounds great. I'll take that.
Oh shit!
Unpopped popcorn.
Yes, so basically it's just a bag that has not been used, and it is the ones that you put on a frying pan as opposed to a microwave one.
That'd be really unfortunate if it was a microwave one.
It would be really unfortunate if it was a microwave one because you can't put those on a frying pan without burning it.
I mean, hold on. There's a way.
Well, there's a will, there's a way. I just mean as in like easily.
It's terrible bag.
But yeah.
No, you just gotta cut it open, pour the contents in a pan, and keep like mixing it so it doesn't stay in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely stuff that Micah can make use of at least.
Yeah.
And in a small cupboard that's sort of like between bedrooms in the corridor. If you ever played like Phasmophobia, you know, it's like one of those sorts of cupboards. You find a box of fireworks, mostly empty, probably from the last time anyone ever did like 4th of July or any other sort of celebration.
Wait a minute.
there are there's nothing. It's nothing special. There's one firework, the kind that launches up into the air, and 3 sort of like medium-sized bangers, firecrackers.
Maybe we use to distract zombies. That's actually really good.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
could
if you
set
wanna
it
light
up
all of them.
like if we wanted to like clear the store out, we could set one off in the suburbs.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's a great idea. They're gonna all rush over there.
Like, the garage
Zombies.
I do have some Molotovs. We can barbecue them up.
Hell
Take into
yeah.
Also,
Take-
man, I'm trying to call out Karma on bullshit, but Karma's done their research.
Take into account, if we love into the suburbs, it could also love into a steakhouse.
Ah, shit, yeah.
We gotta lure them to the clinic. 'Cause
Or the
we're there, right?
villa.
See, nobody says we can't go walk over the grass over here. You know, we can't just walk through there and wait the clinic at the end.
We can technically. Karma also said we can just leave over here.
Oh yeah, true. That works too.
But I'm just saying, just don't leave them towards the steakhouse, because otherwise I'll cut off where we need to go.
Yeah.
If you
We
were
could
to
set
let
off-
them off here or at the clinic, it would take them somewhere you haven't been, somewhere that you have been to already, and you won't necessarily need to go
Yes.
back that way. I'm
The
assuming that's what
clinic
you
is
mean.
fine. Yes.
Yeah.
If we set it off the clinic, we'll have to fucking run or hide.
Oh yeah.
If we can find some rope, we could also make a longer fuse, and you guys are also forgetting we don't have a lighter.
How many 2 pieces of wood can
Karma, would I have a lighter on me?
I'm afraid no, it's an item. I mean, obviously it's an item, but I mean, as in like it's actually an item that can be found. So no.
I have
we can
Molotovs
use-
of no lighter? What the hell am I?
Oh
Alcoholic.
yeah, if you get thirsty, you
But
drink. You know.
you know that is the thing. The Molotovs you have are made with a strip pull. You spark it.
Oh, like match.
So
strip
you-
pull?
Kind of, yes. So you can
Okay.
sacrifice the use of one of those Molotovs to use that as a
I could.
strip light instead.
Or just throw the Molotov at the firework.
Or does shit. I was gonna ask if I can search for a cell phone specifically.
Let's check if
Light-
the convenience store is actually occupied before we start making plans on how to clear it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Karma at least told me it was.
Well, you can see there was 2 zombies milling around on the main road.
Okay.
You can't see into the convenience store. It's like it's dark basically in there. So it's one that has like big windows, but you would have to get closer to look in.
Sami, I got something for you. I found something that could be useful for you.
Oh,
I don't care if I
nice.
don't use it. You're a scout, you know. You could use them.
What?
You could have them if you want to.
The fireworks?
Binoculars. You're
Oh,
a
shit,
scout.
yeah.
You're big.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That'd be
I forgot
perfect for
about
you.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we can
Yeah,
find
I-
a cell phone, if you puncture the battery, it will catch on fire.
You also have a knife, so if you can find a rock, you could just make a spark with that, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karma, add the binoculars to Sami because I'm giving it to them.
All right.
Shall we head to the convenience store then?
Yeah.
Well, police are
check.
adventures too. You're right.
Yeah, they could have lighters. Steakhouse.
Karma, when we go past the stop sign, I want to try and pull over ground.
Okay.
You want a what?
I want a stop sign axe.
Okay,
Oh,
I
God.
said when you got to the stop sign, you want to pull over Graham, and I'm like, you're pulling something over?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sami, you now have binoculars. Your encumbrance is now 4 in total. It's just at the very bottom. So the bonus that you see +2, if you use your binoculars to scout things in the open, so you can't do it when scouting inside buildings, but or like looking
could
into
try.
buildings. I know, but it's not going to happen. Scouting out, so when you're like going ahead and seeing what's around, you can use your binoculars, and when you have the prompt asking you to put a bonus, you can do 2. So you can write the number 2 in.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, But yeah, in which case, and speaking of which, those who want to see out ahead can do that.
I'm gonna go try to look out ahead.
In which case, roll
Scout
your
route
scout.
to the convenience store.
Alright,
Okay.
you go ahead, roll scout with +2 for the modifier.
Give me something. Give me anything. Oh shit.
What? Ooh.
There is an issue though.
A 1.
A 1.
But not on the stress die. The stress is a 5.
Is it a 1 on the stress die or a 1 in general?
1 on the stress die. You are fine.
Oh, thank
okay.
God. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my bad with Maple. I said it was any one. It's 1 on the stress die. It comes up with like a skull, I think, if I remember correctly.
Okay. Well, I would have pushed a long time ago. No, I'm kidding. Okay, cool.
But 2 successes. So, on sort of like is it an intersection for a highway where it's like that bit? I forgot what it's called.
Oh wait, is that a highway and those roads go onto it?
Yes.
Those are on and off ramps.
Okay. Anyway, so this center bit, there's quite a lot of zombies there, but it's a decent ways from the convenience store. Like, you're not going to be noticed when you're at the convenience store, at least just on itself by vision alone.
Okay.
Besides that, using the binoculars, you don't see any zombies like on the other side of the large windows for the convenience store.
Okay. It looks pretty clear. We just have a couple of shamblers on the outside.
With the
right.
oxy.
Hmm?
Sorry, with the oxy, is it -1 per pill?
Yes.
Okay, when Sami comes back and she can see he's still visibly trembling, she's just gonna be like kind of like acting annoyed, but be like, look, take this. We need to have you focused.
Hold on, can a 16-year-old even take this? Out of character.
I mean, yes, they can. It's not recommended by doctors, but it's not like instantly going to knock you.
We're not cut it in half.
If you wish, you can do that.
Okay.
Oh.
Just like give me your knife.
Okay. Here. Okay. Sure.
So this act as disgruntled as she can. We'll try not to show she cares. Just
I'm like
cut
kind of like shifting in place, like a little nervous.
Yeah, just like cut in half, and then just like I'll hand out all half of it. Just to take this.
I just. Oh.
All right. You can delete that number 1 from the stress box.
Like this? Okay.
I put 2.5 pills, if that's okay.
Yep, that's fine. Yep, that works.
Okay. Thank you. So I can put my head down, try not to make eye contact. I'm a little nervous bean.
Well, now that you've succeeded in giving the minor drugs, we now move on to going back. So to recap, basically, there's a couple of zombies around like here. If you were to follow the road, you would be noticed. Obviously, you could go along a way around and stuff like that to avoid them. There's a whole bunch of zombies up there, but they won't notice you by sight alone. You would have to be loud.
Okay. And we're right around here-ish, right? Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. We could. As I pull out the map, let me get a color I can actually see. could go like the long way around like this.
Yeah, it's a good idea to
To try
avoid
to
the main
avoid the
road.
zombies that are right here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I agree. We should do that.
And it appears like this part here is where the door is.
Oh,
So the
sweet.
bit that goes
Do
in.
better then.
If I wanted to go to here and try and grab that stop sign, would they see me?
It's like right here, right? Oh my god.
So-
Oh,
Right
Yeah.
here.
So, not from sight alone. You'll have to roll force to pull it out of the ground. And we'll see how it goes
That's
from
fine.
there.
I'm not gonna try and force it if that's the issue. So.
Well, you're gonna have to if you want to yank it out of the ground regardless.
No, I mean I'm not gonna push it. I mean.
Okay, you mean, okay.
Yeah. If
think
I
you just
fail,
do the
I'm just
roll,
leaving
yeah.
it.
Okay.
if you just use like your weight alone, you could bend it. But I'll take.
Yeah. Anyone want to give me a hand?
Sure, I can help. I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm about 100 pounds soaking wet, so probably not me.
In which case, Luna, you can add a 1 to your modifier.
Come on. Fuck.
Yeah,
Jesus,
great on.
man.
Lots of 5s, not a single 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back and forth, but it seems like it's one of those where it's a pretty big cement base underneath the ground.
I'll look for another one.
You'll get one one day.
Yeah, they had to reinforce the science here after people kept stealing them.
Okay, yeah. So, heading over to the convenience store. One thing that I can say about it, it is mostly empty. Like, most of the shelves are empty. You can probably assume that it was thoroughly looted during the outbreak and then casually picked off every now and then by people since. There are zombies inside, but they're on the floor dead.
Okay.
No, none are alive, basically.
No, none are active.
Be sure, like, are we at the store now?
Comment.
Okay.
Just a bit late to ask, and completely understandable if it's not something you say. But the girl who was killed in the villa,
Yeah.
did it look like it was by zombies? Was it like a gunshot or anything?
Oh, yeah, multiple bite wounds all over.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh.
Could I take the switchblade and just, double tap the zombies on the ground?
Yep, you don't even need to roll for that. So basically what you see there, some are very old, like completely decayed. When they were killed, it's hard to say, but definitely outbreak time. They look like they've been trampled, so probably killed in the panic as everyone was rushing this place. Some more recent ones have bites and tears, but all have bludgeoning damage to the head, side, front, back, doesn't matter. Basically, someone has cleared them out at some point in history.
Blood?
Dried, black,
Okay.
and some dried red blood elsewhere. Probably just from people. It could have been from the outbreak, it could have been since. Some of the people there have clearly been turned by bites and being eaten, so there's probably some survivors that came since and weren't as lucky, and someone at some point came and ended them.
So, is it just one big room, or is it like a staff room or something?
In this case, it's one big room. It's too small to have its own back, much to the annoyance of many older people back in the day. But
Can you check in the back?
yeah, this is one of those that gets their supplies in, runs low, then gets more. It's one
I
of
guess
those
in that
ones.
case, we just search it then.
Yeah, give a good old search. Who has the higher survival?
Micah.
Mine isn't that good.
Yeah.
Micah
I
is
have,
the highest.
I have 3 in total, yeah.
I'll give my
Yeah,
assistance.
Yeah,
Oh,
all three of us assist Micah.
Wait,
So, I would like.
Oh, what's that red?
Micah hasn't done a push, have they?
Yeah, no, he didn't.
That's a red like success. What?
But it's also called a success, not as a. What is that?
Oh. Ignore
Oh,
that
they roll-
success.
Okay.
Ignore that success because you should ignore that dice. I gave the stress point to Micah when I meant to select Sammy's.
Wow.
So,
Well,
so that would have been so that red is red because it was a stress dice. But you only have one success, not two. I'm sorry. But
wow. That's
Wow.
riot.
yeah, I am sorry, I made a mistake. But you still succeeded. You still got a success.
Yippee.
You find some. Okay, you find a pack of 3 bottles of water. The 500 milliliter ones is the standard ones that you hold.
Delicious.
And you also find 2 cans of food. One is a sort of like a beef stew type thing, and the other is alphabet spaghetti.
Yo.
Fuck yeah!
Oh
And
yeah, that's great.
Sammy is drooling at the alphabet spaghetti.
That's fucking adorable. Okay,
The only thing would be better would be Dino Nuggies.
Oh my god.
And you do find a Bic lighter.
Hey!
It's a buck lighter.
A Buck lighter, yes, for legal reasons.
It's a bud lighter.
It's a
Now-
wick lighter.
I will say, Micah, you do not have the encumbrance slot, so you're going to have to give. You're going to have to give these to people.
I can carry some. Like I've loads of space.
I have some space too.
What the
Yeah.
hell? Oh, there's banging outside. I thought the zombies were coming.
They are.
And there's renovations going on, so let me know if you can hear it.
So far, I haven't been able to. Okay, so yeah, because all of these. Okay, so the 2 cans. Who would want to take those?
Oh, we
Do
found
I have-
bird.
I can take him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, 1 each. Then Luna will get 1. So basically, with the foods, I'm adding that. So that's now 2 rations of food that Luna has, and 3 rations that
Listen,
Dan
the
has.
struggle meal pouring alphabet spaghetti over a slice of bread. The struggle meal, peak.
Yes.
I hate myself for making that joke. You see the 2 cans? It's like there's a bird.
Oh, amazing.
Son of a bitch.
For that, Luna will get
-4.
Luna will get a 3rd ration of food in the form of the water bottles. The big lighter will not take up a unit, so anyone can have that one.
Give it to Sami.
So
Oh god.
Sammy, who ironically
That's
did
what
not
arson.
take the arsonist trait, is now a little arsonist.
Listen, Karma. All teenagers are in some way arsonists.
Good point.
Real.
But yeah, okay. That is all that you can really get. This place has completely been picked out, probably right from the very beginning.
Yeah, makes sense. I didn't expect to find anything major here anyway.
Yeah.
That leaves
Steakhouse
just
then?
to the
Oh,
steakhouse.
wait, is there roof access to the convenience store?
From the outside, a ladder by a bunch of dumpsters.
I don't know if I could get to the roof and see the steakhouse.
Yeah, you can get up. It won't need a check in this case just to climb up. As there's nothing around, there's no urgency. You can just climb up. On the top, so the convenience store itself is only 1 floor, so it's a slight incline here compared to the houses, but you can only really see the roof of the steakhouse. You definitely do, however, see zombies all over the roads.
Okay.
Just all along. It's like if everyone were to go out onto the streets, well, probably not everyone, but like there's a good 50 at least, and that's just in the immediate area, not including the bend outwards.
All right, so I'm gonna climb on down. Like, yo, there's a block party over there.
Steakhouse
we
must be busy.
We could distract them with fireworks.
It's unlikely they'd head back though, if we did.
Yeah, but the issue is, we distract them with fireworks. We know they're right here. Oh, can I please?
And another
have
thing
the right tool?
is,
We know they're
if we
right
set off-
here. We don't know how these ones will react, if there's any over this way. So the issue is we
it's all
could
a
get
matter
ourselves
of if we set off fireworks, it could also attract people, and they are not going to look where the fireworks are. They're going to look where they aren't.
True.
What I will say
We
in terms of what
could-
Sami saw, the zombies are all idle. So they are stumbling around, but they're not straying too far from sort of like their spot, essentially.
Now, we could set the firework because it has a fuse. It has some time. We could set it off inside the building.
Oh, that's an
And
alternative. You run away with people.
What if we just set the building on fire?
Hey, you know what?
How's
Orange
that?
sounds good to me.
Pulls out a Molotov.
No hesitation.
Look, I'm just saying, the fireworks will make a lot of noise, but zombies also attracted to light. So while it won't be, as many, it won't trigger the zombies here, so we'll have a safe path up this way. And
If the building is successfully set ablaze, it would definitely attract these ones here and the zombies that were over there. And you probably get anything around here that can see the flames.
Our issue then is over here. And
Yeah.
past here, because this is all unknown right now. But, so zombies seem to rely on their hearing.
Hearing, light, and scent of blood.
But,
okay, how about this one?
you set off a firework in a building, it makes a really, really loud noise. Humans hear the noise, but don't see really where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Zombies would seem to be like hyper hearing.
Yes, the
it's
zombies
over
will
this
pick out.
way."
Yeah, the zombies will pick out
Yeah.
where it's come from. The
That makes me
humans
wonder.
might get a bit more of an echoey, sort of not entirely sure.
So if we attract these zombies and stuff to the convenience store,
Mhm.
what if we went,
I was gonna say back up this way.
or maybe like this?
The zombies will be coming from there though.
Oh, right.
If we, logically, if we're setting off a bomb here, the zombies will go as the crow flies, and they are around
Oh,
here.
goodness.
So
Yeah.
they're probably going around a straight line. It's best to head back towards the villa, and then probably the clinic, because by the time we reach the
Erase.
clinic... That's...
I don't know how to erase.
Then
You
let's
just
just
click it
Control
with
Z.
the select, yeah. Or Control Z.
Just Control Z it.
But, yeah. If we move back towards the villa and then towards the clinic, that'll give the zombies enough time to have reached the convenience store, and probably a fair few killed by the fire. And we can cut through the middle by here then, maybe, to get to
Are we-
the steakhouse.
Are we gonna set off the firework and set the building on fire?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I'd say as well, maybe before we set it off, see if we can find like loads of paper and stuff and gather it in one space, so at least there's some fuel to start it with.
there are newspapers all around. No one bothered taking those when they were looting this place.
It's not like we're trying to burn down a concrete building.
Yeah.
The sort of like the foundation, like the half wall of it is more brickish, but then it's glass and also things like you're more sort of it's more drywall.
Yeah, which is very flammable.
We also have those very foamy tiles.
Yes, the foam tile panels, which a lot of like more officey
So,
type things have. Yeah.
This should burn easily. Well, if we can set off a firework and make like a pile of stuff near it.
All right, let's go.
All right. So
I'd say head out in this direction when we leave, just away from the roads, because the zombies will see us otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, do we want to do that?
Sure, yeah.
That sounds a lot better and less complicated.
in which case you will have to throw the Molotov to use it.
Okay. I got 4.
Yeah. I think I gave you a weapon as a weapon, so you can just press it.
You want me to do it now?
Yes.
Or
Fire in the
Yeah.
hole.
fire in the hole? Did that work?
Let's see anything.
Did you have the has the thing shown up? The multiplayer?
Yeah, I said the macro options and I click submit. I did.
Oh.
Try again.
Okay, I'll try it one more time. That's it. Let me. Oh, it's like loading right now.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
there you
wait,
go.
what? Oh, sorry. Shoot. How do you want to run this, Karma?
I'm going to be polite and give you the success.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's,
build in Molotov.
yeah, it's our first time. You're throwing it at a building, and also just because you're dealing with issues at the moment. I'll just be polite. I'll do it a couple of times for people, but yeah. Yep. So you throw. It smashes on sort of like the corner of the entrance. It sets up so as the fuel sort of spreads out across the wall, the flames go with it. And
Whisper in the most screaming voice I can. Run!
it would very much be this moment you would like to run.
Yeah, run.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
So
tell me
We're
twice.
heading out.
yeah, the plaster and drywall starts going quite quickly, and well, you can definitely be certain there's no asbestos in that building, as it just starts lighting very quickly. Immediately, the zombies that were here are attracted to the flames, which is fortunate for you as they didn't spot you as you were running outwards. The zombies, not too long after, you can see a whole line of zombies just shambling down the road towards the convenience store, easily about 30 of them. So, how far do you go? Where do you wait, basically, in
I
the
was
end?
gonna say like around here.
Okay. By the time you reach that point, you can hear a crack echo as one of the fireworks that was used does eventually go off, and about 5 minutes later, you start to see them. You start from the corners of buildings as they start making their way out into the part of the road that's visible to you, and they just continue going with a decent amount of pace. The oldest of them are sort of more shambling, but the others, they're not running, they're not sprinting, but they are shambling forward with urgency.
What's that coming over the hill?
Oh, I haven't heard that song in years. But
I
yeah,
think give it a few minutes until it quiets down with their movements, and then start making our way to the Steakhouse, because it's probably mostly clear by then.
I would say it would be about 10 minutes of waiting since you started seeing them come from the suburb that you stop seeing any more than like one zombie, or any more than like 3 zombies at a time going. Like you see the occasional like one, but at this point it's like few and far between.
Yeah. In that case, I'd say cut through around here. There's least concentration of buildings.
Okay.
If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I could try to. Are we just gonna cut through fast?
Yes, I'd say so.
I want to say when I get to right around here, could I try to get on top of this roof?
Yes. So these are all.
When that comes to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say make a stealth check for the sake of it. You are still in a dangerous area.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
8.
Nice. Eventually the zombies do thin out, and you'd feel the time is right to make your move.
Time hath come.
You sort of cut through basically the middle where it starts to bend upwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all of these houses, especially the more square ones, they are your typical suburban house, 2 stories, sort of slanted roof, picket fence, that sort of thing. There you see a lot of decayed bodies just on, just around. Either zombies have been taken down or people who were killed and didn't get the chance to reanimate. It's not anything you're not used to these days when it comes to being around settlements, but it is it's still just a reminder of how dark things have gone. But
It smells like absolute garbage.
it really does. It is that horrible, cheesy sort of decay smell.
Oh.
Ew.
Yeah, once you reach this building, it is much like the rest of them. There is sort of a backyard behind it, taller fence compared to the picket fence. With a decent enough mobility, you could climb the fence, and while standing on the top of the fence, then go up to the lowest part of the sort of where the roof slants down. You will need to do a mobility check for this one.
Let's do it.
We help him?
He's on his own at this point. He's gone
Okay.
ahead. Not that he
2.
needs it. You have absolutely no issue. You sort of take a step back, give a little run. That sort of thing where you sort of partly walk on, step on the side of the fence as you push yourself up again to grab onto the top, and then hoist yourself up, and then again on the roof. And no stumbling, no nothing, you're easily able to get up to the top of the roof and look around. And there are no zombies around the steakhouse. You can see some, like, around there, but you think you might see something between houses, but whether that's actually something or something just moving in the wind, it's hard to say. You do see stuff in that direction, but nothing around the steakhouse itself.
Okay. Definitely got to report back to the steakhouse, to the group.
All right, yep. So
Go
heading
back
back.
to the Steakhouse.
Where?
My goal is to find a tin of Folgers. That's my goal here.
Nice. Where is everyone else at this point? How far would you have gone?
Maybe like around here.
Okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to say something right there, yeah.
Alright,
So an area where we can see around us.
So essentially, Sami just has to cross 2 blocks, two streets, basically, to
Yeah.
get to you, which is fine enough. You're able to run past. It's relatively easy. There's barely any zombies. A few that are still sort of focused on other things. So you get back easy enough.
Report my findings. Steakhouse seems pretty clear, but we can still proceed with caution. But it seems to have thinned out a lot of the boogans here.
Nice. In that case, should we start heading over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Much the same. By the time you're properly in the streets, you can really smell that horrid, putrid decay.
Mm.
And by the time you sort of leave this area and you're about here, you finally got fresh air.
Yippee.
Yay!
Heading to the steakhouse, I would like. So the steakhouse itself is quite large. There's relatively big windows along it. It's single story and big sort of glass door that is open.
Any sense of any like defenses or anything?
Nope, no barricades, no razor wire or anything like that.
Okay.
Can we do like a check to like look in any windows or anything when we get there?
Yeah.
Yep, someone can scout to look through the windows.
What do we
Who's going to scout?
I'm terrible at scouting. I have 2 in total with 0 in scouting itself. So that's up to you guys, I think.
I have a
Yes.
5 in total.
I've got 2 in total.
I've got 2.
Jesus, okay. Guess I'll take it.
I'm getting
this one-
combat at 6 down to 1.
Yeah, and this one cannot be assisted, I know. Oh!
Never mind.
Not that
Wow,
many
okay!
So, looking in,
Sammy can see through walls.
looking in.
I find a tin of folders and I eat it.
No. The main room, so basically the restaurant itself, is pretty open, only some columns. Tables are all over the place. There's dried blood, like regular human blood. Some black goo here and there. Definitely something happened while people were just having dinner. You can see pretty much all the way up into the kitchen as the door to it behind the sort of bar counter area is open. You see 2 zombies. They're sort of either side of the room, sort of like one, let's say like here, if it's sort of like, halfway in the room by the wall, the other one's sort of in the corner. They're kind of like looking inwards. They haven't noticed you through the window.
Relay the 2 zombies that we see. How do we go about this? I'm just a scout. I just look.
How far apart of it?
Quite far, basically the other side of the room to each other.
Okay, I just didn't know how big the room was exactly.
Oh yeah, it's like it's a decent sized. It's a big restaurant.
I could try shooting one of them. I have a bow.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna be quiet.
Oh, yeah, a bow is quiet.
That's why I said, yeah, it'd be quiet.
Yes.
I got one quiet-ish shot.
I was gonna say one person, like, we could do what we've been doing previously, send 2 people after one, and I can try and shoot the second one.
Sure, that works. I can go in.
Hypothetically, could I throw my spear, like a javelin type thing?
You would have to do the ranged attack. You won't get the bonus for that the spear comes with.
Aw, damn.
But yeah, I mean, if it's going by what Luna says, so Luna could be there with the bow, aiming at one, and then someone or a couple of people can stealth up and go in to get to the one that's sort of like in the sort of like the middle of the wall there.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stealth in and do that.
With my experience with my firearm and stuff,
Mhm.
I have a shot that's kind of quiet. Would that
How about this?
possibly alert the neighbor?
I was gonna say, how about this first? Okay, Micah and Dan try and go for one of them. Luna can try and shoot the other, and if she misses, then Sami can take the shot.
That's a good plan. That's a good idea. That's a plan.
Okay.
So it's Micah and I go ahead and stealth and sneak inside and get ready for you guys, basically.
Okay. In which case, the 2 of you going inside, I need stealth check from each.
Okay.
Okay, I think that works.
Damn.
Damn.
Merciful. A 3.
Whew.
Oh, okay, nobody's hearing us.
Okay, you have to
Solid
hold on.
in this bitch.
Yep, walking through, you don't have to open the door. A lot of the tables are all over the place, so you can pretty much just walk around. And the floor is sort of a tile, so there's no real creaking. So as long as you're moving slowly, you barely make any sound.
I guess I'll
Get
take the
ready
shot.
with my axe, waiting for them to shoot.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
prepare my spear as well.
Okay. Shall I shoot first?
Yeah, if they're waiting on you, then yes.
Okay. Come on. Come on. Just. I've failed every roll I've done so far. Come on. Hey!
Holy shit!
You take the bow, you let loose. The arrow goes straight into the skull of the zombie at the corner, and it just crumples to the ground. Doesn't even make a sound, as it's sort of like already against the corner, so it slides down the wall and doesn't land hard enough to make any sound.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, who is attempting their first?
For the shit.
You wanna go first or should I go first? I'm fine either way.
For what was it? The other creature?
Yeah, zombie, yeah, hitting them.
What weapon did you have again?
A small axe.
Okay, I'll try stabbing it first, and then if that fails, you just whoosh.
Okay.
Where's
No, cast obliterate.
spear? There it is. Alright, spear. Everyone's else getting good rolls. Let's do this. Hold on.
Hey!
Hell yeah.
Nice. Alright, you thrust the spear forward, and the bladed end jabs right into the sort of like the back of the head and goes right in. Snaps brainstem. It drops,
Fuck yeah.
and you do not hear any more sort of groaning sounds. No more shuffling of feet or anything like that.
I
Don't
want to go
stand a
grab my arrow.
chance.
You can do that.
Okay.
You can't.
Can.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say the arrow is probably it's in better condition than when it went in after that roll.
Just don't poke yourself with it.
Yeah. Wait, actually, that's a point. If I shot someone with an arrow covered in zombie blood, would it infect them?
Oh my
It
god, it
would.
Ooh.
That's actually a powerful thing to have, damn.
Damn. I got so many gifts I'm spamming right now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's all good, keep going, you're funny.
Okay, so one thing we definitely want to grab is a frying pan for popcorn.
Hell yeah.
We're in a steakhouse, but surely at least can be one left.
I'm
Oh,
looking
it
for
has to be.
spices.
Besides that, Micah, do you want to loot and us support you?
Hell yeah.
I'll support
Wait a
as well.
Wait a minute, this is a steakhouse.
Yes.
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 Restaurants usually do have pretty stocked first aid kits if that's not been picked through.
Mhm. And sometimes defibrillators.
And what? Yeah.
Defibrillators, yeah.
Sometimes
AEDs, yeah.
And this is a survival check, right?
with a
Alright.
+3.
Okay, got it. What the
Oh,
fuck?
come on.
What the fuck?
What?
Well, there's all my luck.
Do you want to push at all, or?
I don't know. I rolled 4 ones. I don't know if I want to risk that.
That's fair. That's fair.
But at the same
That's fair.
time, it's a steakhouse and they have a lot of good loot.
So how many zombies were around it?
Not
Hmm.
a lot.
I mean,
Like, I mean, before we set the bomb.
I mean, it would be fine. I have drugs that could reduce your stress level, so it would be risk-free technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll do it.
All right, how do you do it?
Ooh,
Okay,
okay.
good. Okay.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
That
I
red
know.
dice.
I will say for the adults, you would have to give a full pill, not half.
that's fair.
That's fair. I mean,
Um,
I have a stash technically.
I have 2.5. Does anyone else have any?
I have a stash technically, so that's me, I guess.
How many is a stash?
The drugs you have, by the way, Dan, are hard drugs.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Oh!
Don't give that
You
to
want
me.
any?
Okay.
And you have 5 uses of that.
Oh!
So,
So
yeah.
what's the effect on them? I'm kind of curious. Like, what do we do?
They're depressant
Luna's-
ones.
Oh!
Okay.
Luna's
They
just gonna
calm,
go to
they,
Mike.
they calm
and
you
be
down.
like,
Okay.
Luna's just gonna go to Mike and be like, yeah, good job, and take this.
Good job, take some drugs.
Drugs.
Yep. Yeah. You can lower the stress back down to 0.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
sweet.
only fair. Like, they push to do it, so may as well give them one.
All right. So.
Do not give the child hard drugs.
Why not?
Aren't people who didn't want to be judged for your criminal past?
Oh yeah, they didn't have anything to do with drugs, so it's fine.
So,
Why do you have hard drugs then?
I don't know. It was just on me. I suddenly appeared with them.
okay. Let me do some.
Yeah, sorry, cover.
That sounds like man. That sounds like a conversation you would have in an RPG game.
Yes, and totally not real.
Looks at
Yeah, but why do you have hard drugs in Minecraft?
Listen, man. The broken bad mod is really good.
Yeah.
There's a Breaking Bad mod?
Yeah.
There's a more
I
bad
prefer the
version.
create estrogen mod though.
Cow, we
Gives you
gotta
double
try that.
jumps.
We gotta try it. I'm so down.
Okay, so
Ooh, Karma sounds far away now.
yeah, that's because I was looking at something.
Oh.
You find smoked deer meat, which is worth 10 rations.
Oh damn!
Mike
So that is
foaming at the
5.
mouth right now.
That is 5 units worth of item, by the way.
Oh shit.
Everyone's excited about this, but can anyone point out the fact that we just found fresh cooked meat?
It's not fresh; it's smoked.
It's smoke. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's a way to preserve it.
Yeah.
I have 2 slots free. I could take some of the meat.
How many slots do I have free? I can't. I got 1 slot. I can take something from someone to free up.
I have 3 slots free.
So
have
for food, it would be.
0.5.
So food is 0.5. So that's so 2 items of food would be 1 slot.
Okay, I could take 4 items because I have 2 slots.
I could take 1 slot.
Yes, that's 2 items. So that's 6. So that just leaves 2 more.
You have 3 rations if Micah wants to take it.
Do you want me to max out my encumbrance slot right now, Karma?
No, that's not up to me.
Well, I meant like on the sheet.
Oh, good point.
I can't actually.
I have 3 encumbrance slots free, but if anyone else needs rations, they can take it first.
I'm going to. So how many did you take, Sami? 2.
2.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just add an extra. Okay, and there was other things.
Yippee, yippee.
Oh, sorry. So Dan, you took 4, didn't you?
Yeah?
Dan? Oh.
Was it 4 that you took?
I took 4, yeah, sorry.
You're at full, and so Luna, that does leave 4 left.
How much does that weigh?
That'll be 2 slots.
Micah, do you need any rations?
I don't even know how much I could take.
There's
Actually,
0.5 each.
You should
Okay,
see
I can take
encumbrance
1.
slots. Oh.
So then that'll, I think, fill my slots.
I'll take what's left then.
Alright, so Micah gets an extra food ration, and
I have no available slots.
yeah, and that's
There's still
now.
room. So,
Yeah, you've got you've got 1.5 left
yeah.
because there is more.
I will lay down my Molotovs if I got to.
I do have 4 bottles of moonshine, so like.
I mean, you know,
Wait.
there's other ways to get rid of that, you know.
It's
away.
like when you
Why
search
did I
your
use my
inventory in like
Molotov
Fallout
when you had
and you find like
moonshine?
400 paper clips. Like,
Listen, man. Listen, I might need those 400 paper clips.
There is also 1 can of vegetables.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I'll grab
Micah's
that.
probably
Wait,
like,
hold
"Oh,
on.
I
Hold
could
on.
use
I'm
these."
a teenager. Ugh.
Yeah, nice. So that's also
yeah, I'll
0.5.
grab that as well.
So that's an
Yeah,
extra
that's
food
seven.
ration.
I can actually adjust the number.
Is there an eye icon when you hover over?
Yes.
Click that. That's
Okay,
how it
yeah.
Oh,
opens it up.
okay.
Yeah, it looks like you could just press
wait a
the
minute.
square, but you can't.
I need to get rid of Molotov.
I can
still
do
have
that
4.
for you.
Yeah,
I'm carrying the
would-
can of vegetables, just to let you know.
that will affect my slots. I believe.
1 second, actually, because I'm not sure. No, it's 0.5 is the total.
Ah,
I've been nice with the weight for the Molotov, so
damn.
It's all good. I still got
Okay.
space.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, that's 1 extra can of food, and 1 last thing. You also find a kitchen knife.
Ooh.
What's the quality? Does it have a sheath?
Oh, well.
It is on a cutting board, so it was out of its sheath. It still seems decently sharp, but it has been there for a while collecting dust. I would say it is of okay quality.
And wait, I don't have a thing on hand, but what would the damage and bonus be for it?
I will add it to you.
Okay. I was just debating whether to take it or not if it's worse than my shovel kind of thing.
Let's see. It does 1 damage and it's a +2 to hit.
Yeah, I'll take it. Higher bonus to hit.
Alright.
How much does that weigh?
0.5.
Okay.
Okay. But that does seem to be it here. Unfortunately, a lot of the, well, pretty much all of the actual things like pots, pans, or stuff like that have been taken. Even the baskets for the deep fryers have been taken.
Bruh.
Damn.
It's crazy.
In that case, what now?
What?
We head
What
back?
time is it?
At this point in time, it will be getting relatively close to noon.
Oh, let's head back then. We need to be back by
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got meat.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
we
we
still-
yeah, everyone will be
we
happy,
still-
I think.
Yeah, we still
got
gotta store
vegetables,
this.
popcorn, and meat.
All right.
Got some medical supplies.
Yeah, let's start a little jog back. I'm feeling
Yeah.
energized.
And so you want to go
Oh,
around
God.
like the west sort of loop, right?
Yeah.
Probably this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All
We're
right,
gonna get back and this whole place can be on fire and call it now.
then.
Ah,
Man.
man.
Hard to me.
So,
Great to be back
I'll
home.
tell you it.
so you head back. You pass the upside down school bus and the random statue that no one's bothered to clear up.
I
And
mean, I can clear it up.
oh, if you wish to. But eventually reaching the haven, everything is as it should be.
Okay.
Nice.
The people that are sort of they're kind of like standing on top of the buses so that they can see over the wall. There's just 2 people either side. They spot you returning. One jumps down and opens up the gate for the 4 of you.
I would have loved it if, like, those wheels of those buses were, like, against the wall, and to open it, they just put the bus in reverse, like, drive it sideways across the floor.
That would be really cool. It would just be like a grinding metal against
Yeah.
everything. It's like, oof. All right.
What does macro options mean? Hold on, what?
I'm not
Oh,
too sure.
let me. cancel that. There we go.
Yeah.
Add
Yeah.
a thing on my screen.
We will drop off the stuff for food court and Bobby then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, so as what is known, there is sort of a finder's thing. Like you can keep some items that you found. I mean in terms of like food stuff. So you don't have to give all of them away if you don't want to. You can keep up to 2 rations of food.
I'm gonna
Is
keep
there any
up to
difference between the
my one.
rations?
Not mechanically speaking, no.
Okay, I'll just keep 2 pieces of smoked, like, deer meat.
I keep rid of the new meat
Oh.
as well, because like, hey, that's good.
Yeah, I'll keep mine too.
We worked hard for it, you
I'll
know.
keep mine.
I gotta just keep. I'll keep one. I'll just keep one for now.
Okay. In which case, you can update your food with the correct quantity.
Okay, so I just hand over 5 pieces of food.
Rations of food quantity. I'm handing in 2, so I'm gonna keep 1. Oh, that's a -2. What the hell?
-2 food.
I'm starving.
Would they have a problem with me keeping a knife, or would they want me to hand that over as well?
That one, items like that are pretty much personal ones. You can just keep. You can give to someone if you want. It's more so supplies that would better benefit the group as a whole. So food,
Yeah.
medicine, and normally things like scraps and mechanical pieces.
Should probably go and see if like Tobias would want it, because it's an actual proper kitchen knife. But like, if not, she'd probably keep it.
Well, he does. He would inspect it and would be quite happy to keep it.
Yeah, you can have it then.
Okay.
Nice.
Dan, would you like to give the medicine gear to Bobby?
Of course, yeah.
In which case, I can. Oh wait, sorry. Micah, would you like to hand the medical gear to Bobby?
Yeah.
I was
What's the
confused.
question, though? Yeah.
I have new gear listed here, but I think that's just for you to add new things.
Well, it's because I can remember what each person found, but I forgot who got it all in the end.
Fair.
But yeah, okay, so get that. There you go. Alright. But yeah, so you hand off the stuff that you do. Flint's a bit disappointed, but he was kind of expecting that there wouldn't be much to find, at least in terms of the items he was looking for.
Yeah. We'll look for more.
But for the most part, it's pretty much business as normal. I would like people to tell me if there's anything in particular anywhere they would like to go, or anyone they would like to talk to.
Micah wants to drop off two of the bottles of moonshine at their trailer, just like free up some space.
Okay, I should be able to change this so I can. Do that, and then I think if I can. Now I wonder. There we go. Nice. I've successfully split it, and it does count to encumbrance. Nice. Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to do while we were over there?
I think that's it for now.
Okay. what would anyone else like to do?
I was gonna say Luna will probably go give Claire an update on what happened and mention how they blew up a convenience store.
Okay, I'll leave that bit. Is anyone going with Luna?
I wanted to thank Micah and Dan for having my back. And then moments where I fumbled. I guess I'll head with Luna.
Okay, so
I won't, because not my type of people. At least not,
Okay, in which case, what would Dan be doing just throughout the day?
I would probably check in with Bobby as well, just to see if everything's going all right after he's back.
Okay. Well, you go in there, and there is so Bobby's working with something. He seems quite busy. He's basically just trying to get things sorted, struggling to find any spare bandages, as one of the Haven members appears to have a cut on their arm, just sort of like the top of the forearm.
Oh, but it's like a regular cut, like.
It seems like probably an accident. They probably fell and caught their arm on something anywhere in like the scrapyard or something.
Like, but nothing like life-threatening, immediate thing,
Bobby's just sort of like basically just finding where he put the stuff. Essentially, is just sort of going around. He grabs something. He grabs the bandage and tosses a bottle of some of that rubbing alcohol towards you, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically just says, can you help clean up for me while I get this all unpacked?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
The patient in question is a young boy. You've seen him around, you don't know him too well. One of the Andersons, about 12. Probably cut himself while playing or something. And but yeah, if you wish, you can do a medicine check.
Sure, yeah. Where is that? Over here. Oh well.
Oh no. It was on the leg instead.
So
I'm drinking the rubbing alcohol and set down. Yeah.
God. So you do apply the rubbing alcohol, but you're a bit rough with it. You're used to dealing with adults, and you sort of press down with the cotton a bit too hard when you're wiping, and that plus the sting. It's you sort of have to struggle a bit with this kid is obviously like trying to keep pulling away and such as it does. It hurts. Bobby is less than impressed, but he's sort of gotten used to the fact that a lot of the people who are helping him don't have the experience that he has. So it's sort of like it's like a sigh, but it's like, okay, it's fine, it's done with now, and he takes over to do the bandaging.
Fair.
Right. So now going back to Luna and Sami. So you go back to the town hall, and Claire is there. She's okay. She's a bit tired, but it's like she's sort of gotten over it, so to speak. That point where it's like you haven't had any sleep, but then there's that moment where you suddenly stop being sleepy.
Second wind.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
It's not really.
Do you forget that I'm a college student? I know what that is.
Well, she was a Marine. She used to be like having like 2 hours at any point in the day, but like not consecutively.
Yeah, Luna's gonna just be like, so we found some areas which hadn't been looted yet and managed to gather some food and medical supplies, but we did blow up a building.
More of a firework instead of on fire, but yeah.
Well, it was the only way to clear the zombies around the steakhouse, which still had food.
She looks between the two and then just sort of like triangle with the fingers like up to her face, so she just sort of has to think this through.
I have a very proud smile.
Luna's like stoic kind of thing.
Look, goes, okay, a bit more complicated than I had in mind. How big was the fire?
One convenience store.
It was just a convenience store. It wouldn't have spread. That was if I know it could have attracted people, but we must have taken about 50 zombies at least with the fire.
There was about 100 in the area.
Okay, even more then.
Well, at least there's that, though it does eventually reach a point where if enough burn, they do sort of give up. But my main problem is more so how many got corralled into that area. Once they're in groups, they can continue to stay in groups. That's kind of the main thing we have to be careful of.
Well, if it's any comfort, they came from the opposite direction of where we're located, so they'll logically keep going in the direction they were going if they do abandon it.
Hopefully that will be the case then. Well, granted, not the cleanest run I've had back from the two of you, but thank you. The food and medicine will go a long way.
Is there anything else you need?
At the moment, no. I've already sent off the rest of the volunteers. I don't have any more locations and such.
Understood. And then Luna will just like kind of return to her home.
Okay.
I give like a little doublet, and I'll be off.
Alright. So the rest of the day is essentially just doing bits here and there, doing stuff at your house, helping out, doing any of the sort of like regular jobs, so Dan helping in the clinic and such. But eventually night starts to fall, and one by one the trailers, the lights go out. There's some lights that are sort of like what could be described as streets, basically just out in the area. Not many, but enough to sort of keep people's minds at bay and such. It is a new moon, so there is no ambient light. Which, so I would say there's lights around here. There's some that goes up this way, some around here, and then sort of one over down there, and then, yeah, maybe like one here. So only small sorts of lights. They're kind of like the construction yard type ones that are angled. They're sort of angled towards the floor, but it's enough to sort of give some light around.
I had my character sheet open. Like, is there any near Sammy's bus?
It pretty much avoids. It sort of gets the back, but it probably won't light inside.
I'm gonna probably cling to whatever areas like lit up, and possibly just kind of fall asleep near there.
Okay, yeah. When nights when it's a new moon, is admittedly it's some of the worst nights you have in terms of sleep and such. But as time goes on, eventually people, they have their rest. Luna, you think you heard something outside your trailer. Or I suppose the bus. Sounded like a couple of people running past. At this point, it's hard to say. You can probably assume it is very late at night.
Alright, well, grab equipment and go investigate.
Okay. I would like you to do a scout.
Oh, that's gonna go badly. Oh, never mind.
One. Okay.
Oh,
By the time you get out and look around, you see shadow of something walking to behind the kitchen.
Which, like, could I tell which direction footsteps were coming from?
It sounded like it ran past behind the bus, so basically past the town hall, and then presumably between these three bits, and so you just see a shadow sort of like on the car as someone rounded the corner.
Okay, Luna's gonna draw her bow
Mhm.
and like an arrow ready. Not like necessarily intended to fire, but kind of having the shot ready if she needs it. And just kind of like go around the corner and just point her bow around.
Okay, so yep, upon seeing the shadow go that way, you decide to make your way down, and you turn, look down that direction, and you cannot see anyone.
I want to keep moving towards Claire's trailer.
Okay. Going down in that direction, you still don't see any sign, you don't see any shadows, you don't hear any sort of running now. It seems like you're the only one out now.
I guess wait Claire to start with.
Okay. So
And then possibly go back and investigate the kitchen, see if people try to steal food.
okay, so you go up to the sort of like the door of the bus. So it's one of those school buses, so it has that sort of kind of like sliding door thing that sort of folds in on itself. So you knock on it, and you hear outside the wall a car start, and then there's a clunk. All the lights go out. So, Sami, you notice that even the slight area in the corner, which is just about, you can sort of like see it's brighter with the vehicles, not so much light inside, even those go dark. You are almost in complete darkness. Micah, you notice the lights go off, and Dan, you would as well.
Yeah, I would almost grab my stuff as well and try and see what's going on.
Sami, what were you going to say?
Immediately start clamming around, desperate to find that flashlight.
Okay. Do survival with a -1.
How do I do -1?
Literally right,
Minus-
-1, yeah.
Okay. Did I put the right one? Oh my god.
Okay. Well, thanks to your sort of like frantic desperation, just slapping your hands everywhere trying to find it, you do eventually find the flashlight, and with that force of hitting it down, you actually hit the button on the side of the flashlight as well, and it already lights up for you.
It's like a reversal when you smack your phone and your alarm turns off.
Yeah. Yeah. As for Micah, you take a peek out, and you notice, as well as like anyone else is looking as well, that pretty much everyone who isn't already asleep, so anyone who had their lights go off in their trailers and such, they look around. They're leaving. You know, like a husband will go out, the family stays behind. Everyone's sort of, a lot of people are on the the sort of the streets, quote unquote, confused. And as for you, Luna, being over here, that sound of the vehicle revving up, you then hear it screech as it drives away.
What the hell?
All frantically banging on Claire's door now.
Sorry, who was talking out of character? Sorry, what was it?
Oh, I said out of character. I think I know exactly what happened.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, you're banging on it, and at this point, Claire's already there. She has an AR-15 style rifle slung over her, and she is ready to shoot something if needed. And she's like, full on, she sees you, she sees people who are starting to go right. It's like, all right, everyone stay in their homes. She points to you, Luna, it's like, and then sort of like flicks a finger to sort of like indicate to follow her.
Okay.
So she looks around and heading over to the food court. There's a few other people. Bobby comes out, and so does Tobias. I will say if anyone does want to leave their homes to go somewhere, you can as well. Just let me know.
Oh yeah. Also,
Probably
Luna's gonna
stuck at
inform-
home.
You're stuck at home?
Probably
Yep, okay.
clinging to my
Luna's
light.
I was gonna say Luna's gonna inform Claire of what she saw as well.
Probably just have
Also-
Micah stay in his trailer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's wondering what's going on. Like, if they're telling people to stay inside, he's gonna follow that to be sure. Because, like, yeah, no, he doesn't want to get shot accidentally, you know.
Good point. Okay. So in which case, there's Claire, Bobby, Tobias, a very sleepy Flint, just sort of crows around the corner, and then there's also you.
You forgot my
And-
name, did you?
Yeah, I did. Sorry. But yeah, Claire listens to what you say about seeing the shadows, hearing people walk past, and also the vehicle. And there's sort of a eyes widen shit. It's like, okay, I'm going up the wall. Bowie, do a head count check every home. Make sure everyone's accounted for.
I guess Luna will help with that as well if she's not needed for anything else.
Yeah, but she was just about to suggest it as you already go to start doing that. She says something to Tobias. You're already sort of heading off, so you don't quite catch it, but he sort of nods and it goes back into the kitchen. So presumably it's probably to check supplies.
Mhm.
So I would like you to do... Oh, and Flint followed you as well. So I would like you to do a scout with 2.
I have
Whoa.
a suspicion already.
Mhm.
Oh, this is gonna go badly. My scout is 0.
You got a +2
Oh,
with
no.
help.
That is rare. A scout with a plus.
Okay. So it takes longer than you would like.
Yeah.
You go around, you knock on each one. Some people are scared and already sort of like on edge, but you know, they see people they recognize, they give anything they see, which honestly isn't much besides the lights going out. Some people you have to wake up, they didn't even know what was going on until you got them out. So far, it seems like pretty much everyone's there. You head up over to sort of like the more sort of family area, the school and such. Quite a few scared kids, but all right. You do find Sami, who's in the corner of the bus, sort of clinging to the flashlight that's sort of shining up to the ceiling.
He is violently sobbing.
Is there like an empty water bottle in there or something?
That'll be
Or
up
even
to
a
you,
full
Sami.
one?
Do I?
That is completely up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the bottle he drank.
Okay. Luna's gonna grab the go up to him, like just crouch down, take the flashlight for a second, and place the flashlight pointed upright with the bottle on top of it, so the light fills more space.
Clever. And it certainly does. It pretty much acts like a like a lamp.
All right.
Just stay here.
He's just holding on to it.
All right. Yep. So continuing on from there, you head over to number 21. You knock. No response. You look through the windows. There's no one there.
That's the kids' house.
One of them. Yep. That is Ben Miller.
Oh man, that's why
Continuing forward.
Is it?
Sammy's last name is also Miller.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Ben Miller and Sami Miller, unrelated.
Yeah. He
But
just
yeah.
goes by Sammy.
Yeah. And continuing forward, down where Micah and Dan are, stuff, that's pretty much where Bobby and Flint go. They're doing their head count. 29 and 19. Got a couple of disgruntled people who've just woken up. And you knock on number 18. No response. You look through the windows, no person.
Fucking called it.
By the
Look in
time
chat.
by the time you get back
Look in
to
chat where.
in the chat,
If it is good.
Damn.
by the time you get back to the food court along with the others who were just searching, Claire has also returned, and Tobias is outside again. And Claire's just like, some fucker just left with our truck and took the generator with them.
Ben missing.
What a bitch.
Saw.
Wait.
Yeah.
Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Ben Miller and sorry.
Yeah, what? Is everyone else accounted for?
By my count.
Cat. As a character, you did give one more.
Who else was missing?
Number 18.
You guessed
I
it.
thought that was Anna.
Yeah. Also, no one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Anna and Ben were missing.
Oh, I only heard Ben.
Oh, I only heard Ben as well. Sorry, the
Oh, I
Anna
said
bit didn't
Anna
play
and
through.
Ben.
Oh no, I just got. What I heard was basically Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anna and
Sorry.
Ben were
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So.
Can I
Right.
just
So.
say, like, before you continue with this,
Hmm?
I have been, since I read the list of characters in this fucking town, I've been suspicious of her because she was the newest member besides you two. And I said to Karma as well, I don't trust her because this is a trope.
And ironically, I
should've
had
read
no idea
more.
about the trope because I hadn't watched the show in which it's such a big trope for. But yeah, yeah. So Claire sort of goes off the side, spitting feathers as far as swears go. Some that you didn't even know existed. A lot of like military jargon and such. They're basically just. Eventually, they turn around and is like, shit, this has royally fucked us. Especially with winter in the next month.
I never did trust her.
Fuck. I should have kept a closer eye on her. But Ben, no, that I don't understand why. Look, okay, that doesn't matter. Fact is, we are now without power. We are essentially back to square one for a while. Tobias at this point sort of interjects, goes, "Well, in a pinch, I've still got some gas stoves I can use." Like, okay, fair, but we're going to need power back before winter, especially if we have any hope of not losing anywhere near as many people as we had before. Fuck. Okay. Let's think. What did she say? She mentioned where she came from before, right? Maybe they went back that way. What was it? At that point, Flint sort of pipes up and goes, "Oh, one time she was drunk, she mentioned walking here from Blairsville." And you first.
So, well, let's go find her then.
And Claire sort of nods and sighs, like, "Okay, that's a bit of a hike away. That's a good couple of days of travel. But we need to find them. We need to get that. Okay, here's what we need. We need to get the truck and the generator back, and we find Ben, bring him back. I don't know what his deal is. I would like to know if he's been coerced, then make sure he's safe. If he's part of this, he needs to answer for it. As for Anna, bring her back if you can. I honestly could not care less if you don't.
We'll be back soon.
Get people that you would like to bring with you. I will get food and such ready for you. You can go first light.
This gives a nod.
There's sort of a Flint sort of gives them more of an innocent, like, or should we go like right away sort of thing, but Bobby kind of just like almost growls at him for suggesting that. It's like, no, night is way too dangerous. They're all out there. You can't see them. They know you're there. You don't.
And also, even if we did leave right now, they have a car, and there's gonna be zombies everywhere because of that.
Exactly. Claire sort of picks up. For now, we will continue our perimeter around here. Make sure nothing stumbles its way over here because of those assholes. Assholes, I probably should say. And then in the morning, gather your things, take people you need to take with you, and make your way out.
How much gas was in the car? Because if it didn't have enough to make it to Blairsville, we'd have to stop somewhere.
That is true. Unfortunately, we do make sure that it's topped up before using it on longer distance drives. We haven't used it much since we
my mom
brought
is
the
calling me. I'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. We hadn't used it much since we brought the generator back, but it had been topped up before. They probably could make it all the way to Blairsville
Well, shit. Well, at least we won't have to walk back.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You get some rest. We will continue with our patrolling around, make sure everyone goes back to their place, get some sleep. But you need your rest. Go to people that you want to take first, if you want, but just get some sleep. You're going to need it.
Okay. In that case, then Luna will just kind of go and like bang on the doors of Micah and Dan and just be like, get up, just wake them up, be like, need to be up early. Generator and bed have been taken. And then she'll just go and see Sami and just check in, just like, try and get some sleep. We need to leave in the morning.
Like sniffles.
Okay.
Luna's just gonna like sigh as she sees like Sami sniffle and just sit down in the trailer and just stay there for the night.
Okay. In which case, night falls, and it will be the morning soon. So we will be pausing here. This is the best place to pause it.
Okay.
So, to recap, you've done a scavenging run, essentially sort of a little tutorial area to learn the roles and such. You got back to the Haven, did some stuff during the day, and at night, 2 people, presumably, from the Haven, one of the newest additions, Anna Ye, and a well-known resident, Ben Miller, the only other teenager besides Sami, or at least in terms of like underage teenagers, seems to have left the Haven and driven off with the generator that is very much needed if the Haven is to survive the winter. And the next session will take you on that journey to hopefully bring it back.
When you said like it was a new moon, I just knew, well, like something's gonna fucking happen to plunge us into darkness, and my character's gonna get his shit rocked.
Before we started this, I literally said to Karma, I do not trust Anna. This is the stereotype of a new person coming into the camp to try and steal something or gather information on us.
Yeah.
This is why I was happy. This is why I was happy when Micah's backstory had them also be. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Micah. It was Dan's backstory. Having them also be like a month or 2 months there. And I was like, yes, someone else is also very new. That could relieve that bit of suspicion.
I'll say just for regular, like when you got the flashlight from Sami, like it was death gripped in his hands, like.
Yeah, I imagine you
just,
probably
like,
didn't take it off him. You had to like move his hands with it and everything.
Yeah. And it, like he's like looking through everything. He's not here right now.
As a monster.
But yes, okay, so I'm going to finish recording. I'm going to end off here. So thank you, everyone, both playing and anyone who happens to be watching. And we'll see you in the part 2. Bye bye.
See you in the part 2. Bye bye.
Bye.